Hello.
Oh, is this the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes?
This kid Chris.
Dream, it's an honor to talk to you again, especially after yesterday's events. I'm so sorry of the passing of you yesterday, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
We know something, I'm not going to lie. First of all, I want to thank Crockett Promotions who did so much for me and my family.
Yes.
All these years, up and down the highway.
Yes.
There were hard times, there were good times for Big Dust, but now we're moving on to the next level. Up in here, working for a new organization.
Really? What's the name of that organization?
The PMW.
What's that?
Postmortem Wrestling, Daddy. There's going to be, in just a few weeks, Daddy, listen to this lineup Big Dust has put together because you know.
Wow.
I'm a showman first.
I know you are, Big
And
Dust.
also a businessman.
Yes.
Myself, partnering up
Yeah.
with the one and only Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Wow. Hey, can we talk to the Macho Man up there in heaven?
Hold on, please. Randy.
Wow.
No, he's on the phone. Hold on for a second.
Okay. Wow. They're getting up in heaven. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes is calling in.
Who's this?
Wow. It's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah.
What? From heaven?
Dig it.
Yes.
Yeah. Cream of the crop still up here, Kid Chris. Yeah, me and the big man Dusty Rhodes. Yeah.
Wow, up in heaven, calling in from the pearly gates. Listen.
Hello, Macho Man.
Yeah, it's a Macho Man, and of course, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, just entered the gates of heaven and joining your league. What's the new wrestling up there in
It's
heaven?
called Post-Mortem Wrestling, the PMW. Yeah.
Wow. So now, who's got the strap right now?
I think it's the Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, is he there too? Oh my God!
Get good!
Whoa!
Up here in the heavens where the immortals walk, where the true warriors stand.
What? Wow! What?
Postmortem Wrestling Alliance.
Oh my God! So the Postmortem Wrestling Organization up in heaven with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Macho Man Randy Savage, and the champion, the Ultimate Warrior.
Don't go cry for Big Dust. There's big things coming up.
Thank you, American Dream. Call in from heaven and say goodbye to all the guys up there for us.
Absolutely, Dad. I love you, Kid Chris.
Take care, buddy.
PMW.
Yeah, boy. You gotta start off Thursday with a smile on the face. So I had to throw that up there. My boy Kid Chris here. WEBN, one of our local DJs. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And we're gonna drink some beer, talk some beer, do some other stuff here. How you guys feeling? Todd, Eric, what's going on, my friends?
Not bad. What's up, brother?
Doing all right. Doing better now because one of the main beers sought after has been found. It was lost, and now it's found. I'm talking about that Double Two Hearted ale in the house. Double Two Hearted. How fresh is it? Booyah! 7 days fresh. That's 7 days fresh. That's
I didn't
a week.
even check the freshness on mine.
Packets 8/22. Today is 8/29, so we're going to enjoy that baby here in a little bit of time. And I know you picked up some, Eric, as well.
Yeah,
being there in Michigan, and you were like in a crunch to get it, just like I was, pretty much. It was flying off the shelves.
damn it, man! Yeah, well, damn telephone going off. Diddling, diddling.
You're a celebrity.
Yeah.
It's
weather.
Dusty Rhodes.
But before I drink the double-hearted ale, I'm going to actually start off with the kind of island and then one of their Scottish ales, which I think I may have had last week, but I got to get through some of these and everything. Makes it I got to get through these beers. Like, it's a penalty. I have to get it done. You know, it's like when you were a kid and you were in trouble and your parents said, go to your room. Like, that's a penalty? Like, I got a lot of shit in my room I could be doing. So.
Okay, sure.
All my toys are in there.
Can't believe I lost that battle.
You're like, oh, and then when you go to your room, you're like, oh, man, this is awesome.
Yeah. You guys win. I lost.
Oh,
I'm in So what are you guys drinking tonight?
Go ahead.
I am drinking the double dry hop Pseudo Sue. Just hit the shelves today.
Oh, that's one too. Yeah, fresh out.
Sue.
Toppling Goliath.
Studio.
Is that an IPA, Todd?
Yes. Yeah, double dry hopped. Well, it's double dry hopped. We call it pale ale.
Mm.
So, but it's got a package on 8.6, Best Buy 12.1. Oh no, 12.4.19.
Nice. Good deal after the. That's good.
Hey, what do you got, Big E?
All right, I've got a tried but true one for me. I think this is the best in since a couple of years. I'm having a Samuel Adams Oktoberfest.
Oh, roll out the barrels. Get that Oktoberfest rolling.
The previous years have been kind of, but now that they brought the malt back up a little bit in it, I like it quite a bit. It's reminiscent of a couple of years ago. I like it quite a bit.
So you're digging this year's edition, then?
Yes, yeah. This one, Best Buy of January, it has on here, so it must be January 2020 or Enjoy By.
Enjoy by, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only one I've had Oktoberfest yet so far this year has been the one I did from Sierra Nevada. So, but we have October. I think we have Oktoberfest Festival in a couple of weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
The amount of Oktoberfest and pumpkin ales that you find now is insane.
Oh, our stores are stacked with them now.
Same here. Like I went on the way home just to stop things. I saw on Facebook they had just stocked the shelves with these. I was like, I'm gonna go in and get them before they're already sold out. And I was like looking around, I was like, where the hell is the rest of the regular beer at? It's all just pumpkin. And I was like, my God.
Yeah, Bell's has it out. Dark Horse has theirs out. What I call an Imperial Oktoberfest. That's 7.5%. Most of them are in the 5% range. Like you said, Sierra Nevada has theirs out. Probably almost all the beer companies probably.
I was gonna say,
out.
Pretty much everybody's got one now.
Yeah,
go ahead, Rob.
No, I was saying right now would make the sense because you have it in September for the celebrations. So.
Yeah, in the highest ABV I've seen is the Dark Horse at 7.5. I haven't seen it any higher than that, and that's pretty much what at least in my case, is an Imperial Oktoberfest, because usually it's right around the 5% mark. Now, you don't see it much above that.
Yeah,
unless you get the one from Avery, it'll be.
Oh, we get the pump KY in for the pumpkin, or the other one they have. It's 17-point-something%, 18%.
Does Avery even make an Oktoberfest beer?
I don't know if they do. I think they probably do. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know if they do or not either. That was one I was thinking of, but that's not really, I guess.
Well, you know what it is? Like at the store now, they put the pumpkin right next to the Oktoberfest beer. It's like, we're gonna do it all one season. They make a Kaiser Imperial Oktoberfest. That's 8% ABV.
Oh,
haven't seen that one before.
I haven't seen it.
They have a base Oktoberfest at 6.6 as well. Those are two that I see here for Avery Brewing and what they do.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of those.
Right? Well, I didn't mean to overrun you, Todd. Sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, no, I was just saying I have not seen either one of those before.
I haven't either. They're out of Colorado, right?
Yeah, Boulder.
Yeah, I was going to grab I got their 20. I think it's the 25th anniversary one, and I got it out, and it's a bomber, and I got it out, and I looked at it. It's at 14%. Clink back inside the fridge.
Not tonight.
Not today.
Not tonight. Nope, not tonight. Definitely not tonight.
I'll say, what did I send to you? I sent you the Czars when I sent you before.
Czar, yeah, that was good.
That was a good one there.
Yeah, I got the tweak in there, or the tweak or twerk or whatever the hell it is.
It's tweak. Twerking something totally different, but if you get some twerking going, be twerking.
I might be twerking by the time I'm done with that beer.
Yeah, twerking off the tweak. Let's see. Billy's in a comment. Backwoods Billy says, "Cheers, welcome,
my brother."
Craig's in says, "Cheers, guys. Great intro. Hope the arm is getting better." Yes, thank you. Definitely getting better.
Speaking of that, when you get it off?
I got to wear this for like another probably 6 weeks or so. Well, this is something it's not a full cast, so it just takes the Velcro off as the swelling and stuff goes down, because I still have some swelling there. So I'll be back in therapy on Tuesday. But I do like home exercise and all that kind of stuff. But they're like, I'm not supposed to lift more than 3 to 5 pounds. I think I may have passed that already, but they got to let it set and everything. So it does it the right way with the plate and the screws and stuff. So.
Are you ever going to have those taken out, or are you just going to leave them in there and say pretty much?
They'll be in there. Every time I go to the airport, I have to explain. I got plates and screws in my hands, so when it beeps.
Beep, 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 beep.
That sucks.
Yeah. Billy said, just watched the Harpoon Coffee Pale Ale. I'm perplexed as to why you would do a coffee pale ale versus coffee porter or stout. Why and more hop bitterness when most breweries use a French? They use coffee syrup that uses either a cold toddy or French press method. In my opinion, the beer totally missed the mark. The idea of a collaboration to appeal to as many people as possible. Yeah, it's an interesting brew. I think Joe may have that one too. I don't know if Joe did the review, and I know he was waiting to see what I thought of it as well. He may have done this channel, I may have missed that one. I have to go back and look. It's interesting. I think I gave that one like a 3.25 out of 5. It was decent, but it was kind of like didn't really do that much to really move the needle. I think it was better than some of your average other beers out there, but I'm a big Dunkin' fan anyway, growing up in the Northeast, so I like to see like how these collabs work out and stuff. But I like some of the coffee pale ales when they do it, but most of the time you are doing the coffee with the stouts and the porters. But I like when they try different things like that. I think Billy's right, it's not going to appeal to a lot of people, though. I think you may have that if you don't have the palate for it, or it's something that might be a little bit more targeted. I think you can turn off people rather quickly on that one.
I agree with that.
Yeah, which is always a concern with craft beer, because then someone says, well, I'm just going to go back and drink, whatever macro or whatever I was going to drink, because this is how craft beer is. And then people have to realize every beer isn't just craft beer. There are all different types of things out there. Just like you might like one pasta dish and not like another. Doesn't mean all pasta dishes are bad.
Well, you got to like, when I first did it, I just kind of went with the transition beer. My first transition beer was the Sam Adams Boston Lager. That got me into, and even then, that to me was like, wow, that's like pretty much all I could really take at the time. I couldn't take it really anything else at the time.
Yeah.
And then as I got used to that, then I went to Ambers, and then I went to Browns, and then I eventually went to IPAs, which at first I didn't like IPAs. Now I enjoy them, and now they're almost not bitter to me anymore.
And think about if you went in there now, knowing what you know now about beer and what the different things you tried. Imagine if your first went from Miller Lite, and someone said, "Hey, try this craft beer," and they handed you a barley wine.
Oh, I would have been totally instantly turned off.
Right. But if they would have said, well, try this, and it would have been like a blonde ale, you'd be like, oh, this is pretty decent.
Yeah, I actually like that style.
Yeah. So, which is a great crossover type beer. So it's a matter of how things are positioned. And sometimes it's teaching when people are starting to make that jump over so they know what to expect and everything too.
Go ahead, Todd.
Ty, you're on mute, my friend.
Yeah. One of my wife's good friends there, she was leaving. I was just waving at her.
No.
I thought I was best friend. I'm sorry. She just said best. I was just waving at her. They thought I was raising my hand to ask a question or something, I guess. Shannon said the only time I can speak is when I raise my hand.
When's Shannon coming back, Todd?
I was trying to see if she wanted to join tonight. Who knows? She might.
She should get on tonight.
Here. Yeah, she might. Who knows?
We'll give her the extreme close up.
Her friends are going to leave, go to work, so she might join. Who knows?
Tell Shannon Blue Eyes misses her.
Thanks, Rod.
Rod said, "Oh, Blue Eyes misses you." She said, "I bet he does."
I'll be on all the drama channels.
Oh, Eric, by the way, your video on the live going into those nightclubs was great.
I got to watch that one still. I got to watch that video and everything. I got to get to catch it last Saturday.
I'm not going to spoil it for you. You got to watch it. I'm not spoiling it for you.
Yeah, he's got to watch it.
Got to put that on the watch later so I can go back and watch that here.
God would get a good laugh out of it.
I was cracking up because I can see you just like going in and looking. I'm not gonna say too much, so I'll give it away. But
I'm just gonna put it this way: bar hopping. And that's pretty much all you got to know about that. That's a prelude into what's going on.
Let me take a look here at the comments and stuff. And then, very funny there, Billy. So Billy with his little comment there. And Eric's no help either. So
He does have the other hand.
Is that ambidextrous?
There you go.
We got Dad's in the house. Dad's incredible. Barbecue Beer and More says, "What's up? Welcome, Dad. What are you drinking tonight?"
What's up, Dad?
Billy and Craig, if you guys are drinking, what are you guys drinking as well? And Eric, thanks, Dad, for the sub as well. And give him the sign there, too. And Billy said, I just posted a review of Crooked Hammock Brewery's Wyola Coconut Ale, which is a California common with coconut. Awesome beer.
Right up Eric's alley, right
Yeah,
there.
Eric be all over, right, Eric? Eric struggles with the coconut. Joe would be all over it, though.
Joe would be, yeah.
Joe would be like, I need that in my life. And let's see here. And Billy said, Craig, everything is good. How's everything going with you? Coming up, drinking holiday, Labor Day weekend. Yes, it is. It's Labor Day weekend. You guys got plans for this Labor Day? You guys got anything going on?
My dad's birthday is the 2nd.
Oh, nice.
So,
Mine's the 1st.
Very nice.
Mine and my mom's were the same day.
isn't the 2nd's Labor Day, right?
The third,
Yes.
is it the 2nd or 3rd? What's the Monday's Labor Day? What's the date?
Second. That's the 2nd.
That's the 2nd, yeah.
My
Yeah.
dad's birthday's on Labor Day, so this year.
Yeah.
Just how the calendar worked out.
Are you guys going to grill or anything, or going out, or?
Probably just cake and ice cream and chilling out at the house. That's pretty much it. Maybe
Yeah,
we
probably.
might grill. We might.
Probably do some grilling, or probably actually will do some smoking, some ribs or pork butt or something.
Nice. Are you gonna do that like on Saturday or Sunday?
I'm not sure. If I decide to do the pork butt, I'll probably start it Saturday night and then kind of let it cook when I go to bed, and then get up in the morning and finish it off, wrap it, do all that good stuff to it.
Smack it up, flip it, all that stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
As you work the butt.
I wanted to go to Michigan State Tulsa tomorrow, but I got to work all day and I can't get there in time to tailgate and go to the game. So
I thought you didn't root for Michigan State.
they're close enough around where the tickets are pretty much free, and you can go right into the stadium and watch them.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to go see them. I just knew you were more the Michigan man, which
I am.
Almost time to hit that banner.
I'm the only Michigan fan out of my whole family, and that's immediate family.
Yeah.
Everybody else State fans?
Yeah, there's about 25 State fans.
Oh.
What do you think? What's your prognosis on this season? Do you think Harbaugh has to do something this season, or he may be out? I mean, I hear a lot of grief from people that have followed Michigan, like getting pissed off that he's not done anything yet.
Well, it's kind of, to me, the style of Michigan always gets hyped, and they get hyped to do these great things and to be in the national championship picture. But then when it boils right down to it, Michigan always has 2 or 3 losses, and then is never even into the championship picture anymore.
Right.
So it's kind of their. It's not even on really Harbaugh. It's on Michigan reputation as a whole. The last, since the Bo Schembechler years, and how long has that been?
Ooh, that's 90s for you.
Long time.
Farther than that.
Yeah, I'll call one of my Buckeye friends up here. I'll tell you the last time Michigan beat us.
Was it probably 97 when we won our national championship? It's probably
Yeah, it's definitely been a while, but I feel like if there was going to be a season for Harbaugh to do it, it has to be this season with the transition Ohio State kind of made with the coaching and stuff. But a lot of praise was given about the offensive coordinator you got there that came from Alabama. So,
well, it's gonna have to boil down to is Harbaugh gonna transition the offense over to him, or is Harbaugh still gonna be the guy in the playbook calling the plays? I mean, that's really how it is.
Harbaugh still looks like a throwback young Vince Lombardi, or whatever. He got those glasses out there. Look at the old. He's just wearing the Joe Paterno black shoes or something.
What the hell's going on around here?
Harbaugh looks like such a throwback out there coaching.
I mean, granted, he's a good coach. He gets us 8 or 9, 10 wins a season, but he just hasn't put us up to that elite level yet. And I don't think he ever. Unfortunately, I don't think he ever will.
Yeah.
But he has the Messiah status here. It's probably going to be hard to get him out.
Everybody's always like about SEC, but Big Ten is no walk in the park either. I mean, it's a tough division. So
Yeah.
I know Todd, I think Indiana's the team to watch.
I hope so. If it's not this year, I think next year for sure. They might still be a year away, but this year could be the turning point for them.
I think it's Indiana, Nebraska, and what's the other one they were talking about? Indiana, Nebraska, and there was one more. Oh,
I heard about Nebraska. Yeah,
I think they're preseason top 25, aren't they?
Nebraska.
Yeah, aren't they in the top
Northwestern?
Oh no, Northwestern. I think Nebraska is.
I think Nebraska. I think they were talking about Nebraska, like Frost. What he's doing down there, he might have them a pretty good season.
Yeah, I think Frost has got them believing down there.
Yeah. Well, ever since he gave that speech or whatever last year when they were doing so bad, the kids stuck with them and started to turn it around a little bit. So.
Oh, I think Minnesota and PJ Fleck, when he came from Western Michigan to Minnesota, I think he might have that team turn around too. But So there's a lot of good football up here.
Yeah, I think you got to throw Purdue in the mix a little bit there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rutgers is going to be Rutgers. They're in disarray there until they figure out what's going on.
Yeah, so is Illinois, pretty much same.
I think this might be Lovie Smith's last year.
Yeah, I'd say it is.
Yeah.
They're talking about Indiana's coach being on a hot seat. I'm like, it's only his third year. Like, you got to at least, especially at a school like Indiana, you've got to give him 4 years at minimum. He's got to get his own class, and he's probably recruited the best of anybody has in the last 25 years there. So he's starting to build a little bit of depth, which has always been their, they're starting 22, I guess you could say, on offense, defense combined. Well, in the last couple of years has been really good. It's just what gets them where they fall is their depth. So like the Michigans and the Ohio States, their second stringers would be starters for Indiana, but they're, when you get the depth in against the second string of the other guys, for getting breaks or whatever, that's where they just get crushed. I mean, last 2 years they've had Ohio State beat both times, and then they get blown out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I was just going to say that they played Ohio State tough. Indiana has. They just something freak happened, or they let a bad play happen, and it kind of crushed them a little bit.
And their starters get worn down, and that's where the depth comes in play. Yeah, where they just don't have the guys to rotate in and out. So he's done a pretty good job in the last couple of years of building the depth up. So I'm hoping this year's the step in the right direction. Finally make it to a bowl game again and build off of that.
So I'll put it to you guys. What'd you guys think of Andrew Luck's retirement?
Oh man, I couldn't believe it.
Tom might be a little more hurt since he's in Indiana. I mean, for me, I'm actually okay with it. I feel like the NFL has always discarded players at their whim. So I had no problem with, not to say Luck did it his whim, but Luck looked at his situation and, whatever analysis he had to go through and decided to go ahead and make the retirement. I mean, I had no problem with Luck doing it. I think
I didn't either.
People say, well, it's right, like 2 weeks before this. It's like things happen. You don't know what other information may have been provided to Luck that came into his opinion on stuff. And at the end of the day, they are playing a game, and guys want to do stuff after the game is over. I mean, Luck would have maybe depending 5-6 more years. I mean, now you're pushing Brady's really an outlier over 40 for playing quarterback. So most of them don't get that far. And look at Earl Campbell. If you look at those footy videos of Earl Campbell now, he's walking around with a cane from all the stuff he took. And he's in his 50s, 60s, I think now. So, and he's been doing that for 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, that's why Barry Sanders left the game early. He didn't want to be all banged up. So I think he made the decision he needed to make. Robert Smith did it when he walked away from the Vikings as a running back. I think people weren't used to it being a quarterback is what I think it is. Because usually your quarterbacks don't do it kind of like that. But I got no problem. With it myself, I think.
Yeah, the fan of me hated it, but the rational side and just the spectator on the outside looking at it's I can't blame him. I mean, he's been hurt the whole preseason. He was questionable whether he's even going to start next week in the regular season. He's been battling some sort of a calf injury or strain or something for the last 6 weeks. So, and he missed the whole season 2 years ago, and the guy's smart. He's got a Stanford degree, so it's why ruin it at this point? He's made his money. He'll probably end up being an analyst or something, I would say.
And I would bet there was something else in there because I thought it was pretty classy of the Colts to let him go in and keep the money. They could have made him turn back over. So I bet I bet there was something to that as well. Kind of like, well, maybe it would be good if you step away because, you may be facing these other things too. So there had to be some type of, I think, mutual agreement in there.
Yeah, when I first heard it too, Todd, I was like, "What is going on?" And only 2 weeks to go in the season till I was. And I don't know if you guys watched my video on that. I kind of got a little bit. I would say irritated. I wouldn't say really upset, but irritated by it. But
yeah,
like you, Todd, the rational side of me says, "Yeah, I understand why," but the fan side of me says, "Why do it? Why now? Why do it at this point?"
My response is
right.
My response now is call Cap.
No.
Hey, or JT Barrett, he's available.
Call Cap. he's still in shape. He still does drills. Players in the league even say he should be in the league. So I mean,
I think he should be. I think he should be in the league. He's just not that good. I don't think.
Cap was pretty good. I mean, he excelled in Harbaugh's system more than the other coach that came in after. But
it's all about
the players in the. So we were talking about this. I was talking to my reps today. Because he was talking about Mariota not really being that good down in Tennessee. And I said, well, it depends on the system. Because he was saying, well, what about like Andy Dalton? Because he was saying people consider him like Andy Dalton. But like, I'm up here, Andy Dalton gets hacked on the system. Andy Dalton got booed in the Reds parade for the Reds preseason. He wasn't even playing football. He was just in the parade and he got booed. And his coach, when you saw him at TCU in college, he was in the right system for him. So a lot of times it's just being in that right system that makes a difference for some of these players.
Yeah, you hit that one on the head for sure.
On there, buddy.
Yeah, it keeps falling off. I need a new clip for it. I actually like it. Well, apparently now people are getting mics like Joe's or whatever. Everybody keeps having these big things in front of their face.
Like old mics and all that.
Yeah, they're all talking into it as they go. Do they move their hands up and down like a shake weight or something?
I thought about that. I'm like, Jesus, man, those are freaking expensive.
Yeah.
Get a used one that no one's going to use anymore.
Yeah. Let me see here, get some of the comments here, get caught up. Dad says 3 Floyds new to the area rocking a Robert the Bruce. So that's pretty cool that you got the 3 Floyds there now. So
well, is the Robert the Bruce, is that a ale or is it IPA or?
No, the Robert the Bruce is the Scotch one, Scotch ale.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Scotch ale.
Yeah, it's really good. That's actually one of my favorites there too. Actually, well, I won't say I like it more than Zombie Dust, but it's up there with Zombie Dust for me for what they make. That's really going. Some people like Gumball Head up there too, though. So
Gumball Head's good too. I think I put that right up there.
Yeah,
one of their better ones too.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is now you walk in like today I was in and you find Zombie Dust and Gumball Head just sitting on the shelf like nothing to it. Used to be everybody would come in and would scour the shelves and look for it and didn't see it, turn around and walk out of the store and
he's going to afford it to be the last of lust. Now hold on. Hold on.
Now you walk in, you're like, oh, when was that bottled? How long has that been sitting there?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder too, before you get onto the comments here, Rod, you think if it's kind of being a shelf turd that they'll back off on the production on those so it doesn't just sit?
Well, I mean, they'll look at their numbers from what they did the last release, I'm sure, and if it's showing they're not selling as much or stores aren't ordering as much, because stores only have it in there, and then stores, if they have to discount them, they're going to take down their orders for inventory. Yeah. Well, it's just so many things out there now.
Yeah, I think they're still selling pretty good, but I just don't think they're as high in demand. But so they sit a little bit longer. As like I said before, as soon as they hit the shelf, I mean, there'd be people waiting. And they couldn't even put them on a shelf. You basically just hand them to them to the person.
I'm gonna
now they do reach the shelf and they'll sit for a few days or a week, but they're still gone. I mean, it's still they're still gone at a time, just not as quick as they were once was.
We're gonna have to get over to 3 Floyds Brewery one of these days.
How far is that?
A weekend trip or a day or a Saturday trip or something.
How far is that for you?
Where's it? Is it south of Gary?
Yeah, it's in Munster.
Yeah, Munster, Indiana. Yeah.
I'd probably have to Google it and see what the time is. I think it was 4 hours. I think it's about as long as it is Chicago. 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah, so that's probably about that for me, I guess. If you ever do get that way, though, you need to zip over to 18th Street because it's only like 20 minutes from there, I think.
Okay.
It's a little bit northern, so it's actually probably closer to you than 3 Floyds is. I think it's a little more western, though, more more northwest, I guess, towards Chicago.
There's one in Angola that I was talking to the brewer about. It's been about a year ago. I'm going to get down there and get some of their beers and bring them back up here. Because Angola is only an hour away.
That's not too far at all. Yeah. But
man, this pisses me off. What are y'all doing anything on your phone with the app? Like, you're not streaming from your phone, are you?
No,
I'm on my laptop.
I don't know if there's a setting, but it keeps, if I don't hit the screen, it just is starting to go dark every time. It didn't do that last week it was doing it too. Maybe
Is
it's
it maybe is it your screensaver maybe? Where your battery like
I don't know. I'm afraid to do anything now because I don't want it to go out on me now.
I don't notice you going darker on our screen.
Mm-mm. Well, you know what it is like when your phone, if it sits idle for so long, then it just goes black.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it's doing, but it didn't do that at the start. Like when we first started doing it, just started doing it a week or so ago.
Does it have an app, or Todd? Have you looked to see if it has an app?
If it has an app?
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't actually.
You just went through the link that I sent, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. I just have to reach up and touch my screen about every 5 minutes. So it could very well be a setting on the screen setting, but it doesn't do it for anything else. So I don't know.
Reach out and touch. I need some.
Man, you're going back in time there, dude.
Yeah, right. But speaking of Chicago, I'm thinking about it. I got to do a couple shout outs here. So right now, I'm actually wearing a Black and Brew Chicago Diversity and Beer Shy. This is actually hashtag Diversity and Beer Chicago with the CHI. This is actually one of the new shirts I picked up from one of the crews. Picked up also the glassware here as well. So trying to show some love, of course, because usually a lot of times we're buying a lot of the brewery stuff, but what about the people that are writing and talking about the brewery? So you want to show some love there. Last week, I actually rocked the Afro Beer Chick shirt in here, and I actually got the glass too now. So there's the glass as well. And props out to them and what they're doing, and look to get some more stuff in here as well. Real comfortable shirt too.
I like her logo on that glass.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool logo. So, and she sent some stickers in the box too, so I have to put those on some things as well. So, I'll have to get her back on the channel here another time. And let's see here. Scroll back up to where I was. Billy had made mention Crooked Brewery had 2 breweries in Delaware, opening another in North Carolina, so they're expanding there. Own a ton of restaurant and bars as well. Craig said, all good. Back to Billy, having a break. Craig is actually taking a break from beer for a little bit to the weekend, so he drank too much last week. LOL. Can there really be too much? Can there be too much?
If you get into the high alcohol stuff, there can be.
Yeah, well. But is it too much, or are you just out of time? I don't know.
I do like Cloudwater beers over there.
It's however you want to spin it. I think when you wake up the next day, it might tell you whether it's too much or not.
Yeah,
I will say, Craig, I do like Cloudwater beers from over there. Those are good beers.
Oh, you were able to get Cloudwater when you went over. Oh, nice.
I had one when I was over in England. I had one. It was really good.
They talked about it so many times. I really like to check it out, but you got to be in England to get them. Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, Cloudwater. Yeah.
Yeah, over in the UK.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking of what's the one that does the IPA number series or whatever.
Yeah.
IPA number, whatever. Or number.
That number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, who's the brewery that does that one?
That's they just started coming down here.
What?
That's what I was thinking of when you said that. Because
last time or the time before?
That was Collective Arts that did that one.
Oh, Collective Arts.
Yeah,
because they have one that's called Life in the Clouds or something in the Clouds IPA or something like that. That's why I was thinking. I don't know why it made me think of that when you all were talking about that. I was like, we get them here. I was like, we get them here. And I was like, no, that's not the right one.
Yeah. Let me see here. And Billy says he films a few at a time for beer and wine, etc. Wow, he's a one dog dude. He's 29 years old. 29 and 5 months old on his last day. He has 6 dogs currently. That's a lot of dogs running around.
My wife would love you.
29.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of.
Well, 29 to 5 months. Yeah.
Yeah,
What kind of
breed
dog?
is it?
You say, who let the dogs out? Billy.
Boo,
Billy.
boo, boo.
Gilbert's in the house at Cheers Bros. What?
Gilbert,
No
Joe
Pack Joe
Ryan.
in there?
Yeah, no,
give him time. Give him time.
Alex the Beer Master's in the house. What's up, Rod J?
What
Beer
up,
Ventures?
Alex? What up?
Alex launched his new channel a while back, so he's up there rolling as a YouTuber now. And Billy said, shout outs to everybody basically there. And Alex back to Billy. Foamy Head's in the house.
What's up, Foamy?
He's having
What's
a
up?
catch me if you can from 9 Band Brewing. Where's 9 Band out of? I haven't heard of them.
I haven't heard of them either.
You know what we had on here for a long time is 420. I wonder what's going on.
420.
Wonder how he's doing out there in Vegas.
Hopefully he's not locked up somewhere.
He's afraid he'd get in trouble at some point.
All the guns that he's got.
Hope he's all well and good. He just hasn't been able to tune in.
Bro, he might have been sent back to South Africa. He might have deported him or whatever. Because the way things of people getting kicked out of the country nowadays.
420.
We have to get him back on here.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. Gilbert has said he would like to have Luck play longer in media. We're comparing Luck to Rogers for some reason.
I would like to see Luck playing longer too, as well, Eric.
Yeah, I think he just had a lot to prove because he had a couple bad years there, which really wasn't his fault because the offensive line was shitty and the GM was shitty. And his comeback year last year, I think, was just going to be the start of what could have been a good mid-ages run for him, I think, possibly.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like there was a piece that came out from one of the sports writers in Indianapolis, basically criticizing, like, people saying it was a line or whatever, and went on this rant and stuff, and basically saying, he was a 4-time Pro Bowler, he did this, he had that, and all these guys, like, it wasn't a line. He just held the ball too long, and he was taking hits he shouldn't have taken. That put too much pressure on everybody else. Yeah,
that too, but that line wasn't very good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it was piecemeal at some points.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the season before he got hurt, they had like 2 guys that actually started more than like 3 games in a row, and that year they had, I can't remember how many different lineups they had within a 16-game season. It was like ungodly amount of different combinations.
People rotating in and out.
Yeah, I was like, man, you just can't do that. Yeah. But you're right, though. He did have a tendency to hang on to the ball. That was what Frank Wright actually did good last year was, it's a boom, get it out of your hand, quick hitters. And but that line last year was also really good, too. And that could have been part of it, too, because he was getting rid of it a lot quicker. I mean, I think they only gave up 8 sacks on the season. I think they were second in the league, I believe, or something.
So who was his backup quarterback there now?
It's Brissett, Jacoby Brissett.
Wow, he's still in the league. Wow.
Well, it's only like his 4th year. He's only like 25 or something.
Seems like I thought he was older than that for some reason.
No, they got him early. They got him like in either his rookie season or second season with New England.
Because he's like one of those players that come out of LSU are like grown ass men. I mean, technically you are a man when you come out. I mean, no, they're like grown ass like lumberjack men. Like
it's like his 4th season, 34 years old.
That was like the kid when you had like the 12-year-old football league, and you're like, that kid can't be 12 years old. He's over there shaving. That's a grown man in a kid's body. What the hell?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He's actually pretty good. I think they re-signed him. I mean, how many times do teams truly re-sign like a second-string backup quarterback? Those guys usually kind of rotate around.
Yeah, well, they liked something about him. They think he's down the line, and they know the system. And he's hanging in there doing everything. Mm-hmm. They said one of the better jobs you can get as a pro is like a backup quarterback because you don't have to play as much. After a certain point, you're getting a nice, really good salary. So,
how about the 3rd-string guy who's just holding the clipboard and never ever gets in?
You got to get the league minimum, man. You got to get the league minimum.
The thing is, some teams don't even carry a 3rd-string guy anymore.
Yeah, a lot of them don't anymore. Yeah.
What is the league minimum? 625,000 or something?
That's a good question.
I'm going to look that up because I'm curious about that.
I mean, I'm not sure what it is for football.
I mean, I think Vanderjagt made a great living just really being a punter.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was a kicker until Vinatieri showed up too, and it's like, okay, I'll hold the ball. Vinatieri flashes the rings. Yeah, you're going to kick this one.
The minimum annual salary for a rookie on an active roster with a 1-year contract is $480,000.
I could do that for 1 year.
Oh, hell yeah. You do that. $500,000 almost.
Yeah, but the big salaries, there was a comparison between football players and the NBA players, and the NBA players got the big amount of contracts, but the baseball players got the only ones that are guarantees in their contracts. I mean, outside of like your signing bonuses and stuff, right? So their contracts are all guaranteed. It's like the last few years, they're still paying like Bobby Bonilla. When's the last time he played baseball? And he's still getting paid.
He made the most genius.
Go ahead.
He made the most. As I say, he made the most genius contract in the history of sports ever, of any sport. I don't care what it is, because he's like gonna get $1.2 million or something for the next.
It's like the 20
years or something like that. Yeah, something silly. I'm like, that's genius. Yeah. Guaranteed $1 million until basically you die for the most part.
Yeah.
So what about the guy they're paying? The Mets are paying. Was it the Mets?
Is that Mets was Bonilla, unless it's somebody else you're thinking of. It might be another player, because what they do is they put these funds into annuities that pay down the line for these players. They can stretch them out. But yeah, Bonilla. When people find out about that, they're like, "What? He's still getting paid?" Yeah. Billy has said, "Yeah, the BBC microphone is now. Just don't use your teeth, LOL." So talking about the mics. Billy, let's see. Any plans for Labor Day weekend? I was talking about Alex and Labor Day plans. Alex is doing anything right now, Billy? Just chilling out. My wife and I are both on the net, just different sites. What sites are you guys on?
Inquiring minds want to know.
The snifter glass is best to pick up subtle aromatics. The stemless wine glass is okay. Yeah, snifter is good. So, like, I'm going to actually drink this double hearted, and I didn't have a snifter down there I want to use. I'm just going to use a regular IPA glass, but that's all right. I'll be okay. And then Alex said, "Roger, what are you drinking?" So I was drinking a Scottish ale, but I'm about to crack open the glory of the double two-hearted ale that just came out. Week-old double American IPA. So these actually come in ABV-wise. We're looking at 11%. And unlike, the one thing about Bell's, they do well putting a shelf life on their stuff, so people are just aware. So with the new double-hearted, the shelf life is actually 3 months they put on here.
Yeah.
So most of their stuff usually says 6 or 12, but this is actually 3 months.
I'm sure if you can probably do it way much farther out than 3
But you probably could. It probably would just smooth it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Why are you going sideways, Todd?
Yeah, Todd, you're sideways, buddy.
I was messing with it to see if I can get it to stop. Sorry about that.
So on the label, it says, everything you love about our classic two-hearted ale, now in a double IPA. With 2.5 times the amount of Centennial hops, double two-hearted has intense pine and citrus notes, a resinous hop aroma, and a rich malt character. Should have some music playing in the background. I'm doing that. I've been pretty good. Yeah. Some guy on the piano or something. So right now, and I don't know.
Are we going to get the all exclusive?
I want to know what you think about it there, Mr. Rod.
Right now on Untapped, this beer, and I wonder if the hype is around it, but the average score is coming up at 4.17.
Yeah, I'm going to check right now to see if it's changed. Or did you just look?
I just know when I bought them, I put them on my list on Untapped so I can track my seller, and I saw it was 4.17. So nice clarity on it.
Now it's up to 4.17.
That's what I just said.
Oh, did you? I thought you said 4.1.
That's kind of glass I've got there, Rod.
Yeah, this is your IPA glass. This is a double IPA.
Usually you need to be front and center, brother. You need to be
usually a snifter. Well, okay, let me go down here and do this. Usually a snifter would be the preferred glassware, but I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. So
that's right.
Get a good amount of carbonation action. I can see with the bubbles there streaming pretty nicely.
Nice.
You get a nice aroma. You get a nice sweetness. You're getting some of the malts in there. Definitely get a nice little bit of a piney feel to it.
Yeah, they said there was pine in there.
Almost like a little bit of a caramel type sweetness in there. You know it's going to have like that syrupy type feel, that medicinal type feel. But it's got a nice bouquet.
Oh, here we go.
Shit is smooth, I tell you that. Real smooth. You do get some of the booziness there in the taste. I can taste the alcohol in the tongue. Goes down in the back end without really some of the scratchiness in the throat you get from some of the IPAs and double IPAs. I mean, it's really balanced out with the malts. You got a stickiness in there from the malts. You're getting that feel where it's sticking in the cheek area nicely. I'm picking up that nice sweetness in there. I can actually feel it not just in the front of the mouth, but in the throat. I get a nice amount of flavor. Got a little bit of a chewy type quality to it. As you're tasting it, you kind of want to bite down and chew a little bit with your tongue. Got a little bit of a floral peel in there as well. Almost has a little bite of like a bitter orange I pick up in there. And in my head, for some reason, even though it's not like barreled or anything like that, I almost feel like it's a little bit of a sensation along those lines. But I like it. It's decent.
You think it might be oak barreled or something?
It's not. I don't think it is. I just feel like a sensation there. They don't make any mention on here that's barrel. Usually they would if that was the case. It's just got that. See, my whiskey game isn't up as high on that kind of stuff, but it's kind of got like a little bit of that. I don't know if say it's not like a peaty type feel, but it's got some type of a bite there that I usually get with some of those other type of bourbon barrel type stuff or oak barrel type things.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that I've sat it down here and now I'm getting a good after feel where it's still on the tongue nicely. I can sit here and not rush through it. Great beer for a cigar. If you're having a cigar to really pair up with this one. This one would actually be nice if I actually had some like mango habanero wings or something to go with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so freaking good. Now I'm going to myself hungry again. Barbecue would go good with this one. You know, as we're in Labor Day weekend, if you got like some barbecue. I like it. It's decent. I'd give this one a it's got a real good pleasure quality to it for me. I could easily see I'm going to have no problem going through the 6-pack. I would give it probably a 4.5 out of 5.
Nice. So just as good as the regular 2-hearted then.
Even better.
Really?
It's just as good, but it's better for me because I like more of that smooth malted out type feel like I get with some of the double IPAs. With the 2-hearted, for instance, I'll drink that one and I'll get more of the scratchiness in the throat area. I don't get that with this one because it's so much more fresher on the hops that are kicking out of that one versus here where the malts have kind of taken away some of that taste. So you still get the bitterness, but you're getting a little bit more of a smoothness on the back end. So a little bit finer along those lines. Oh, damn, that shit is good, yo.
I knew from the initial when they first brought it out, they brought it out in the barrels, the keg barrels, and they had it in certain areas, and people were like, "Damn, this is good," but Bell's needs to distribute it. Now that they distribute it, and if everyone, I haven't watched any reviews.
I don't know. I didn't even know if any are up yet because it was just so new this week. I was going to probably put one up tomorrow on it.
I think Brad has one up.
Brad does already?
I think so.
Brad does. Yeah, Brad's right
He's
now.
right there in
He's
Michigan.
right by.
Yeah,
he's right by. Isn't he in like Climax or something or Comstock area? It's right around there.
Yeah, he's pretty close to him, I think.
Yeah, on the western side of the state. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think maybe she might even went and picked him up at the brewery. If
Jessica did. Yeah,
she might have. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for those who like to rock, Bells, I salute you.
Bell's has been up in their game. They've been They've been doing some good shit lately. Excuse my language, but they've been doing some real good stuff.
We worry about that now on this show.
Yeah, right. It's after 10. It's all good.
Big shout out to Alex as well. Alex said he had hoped a wonderful rest of the night. Talk to you later. He had to run there, so thanks for swinging by, Alex. Gilbert said, "Go Pack, go! Big season, sons." Then I'll be back in 20 minutes with beers.
Yeah.
Take a beer run.
So, Greg's beer review. Well, go ahead.
Homie said 9 bands in Allen, Texas, north of Dallas.
So Greg's beer reviews isn't going to be able to get this double too hard.
No, I mean he's a lead Virginia because Larry Bell's not shipping to Virginia, so Virginia's
he
not
was just about his Two Hearted was his favorite beer, and he's like, "It always comes at 4 months in, bro." I'm like, dude, just relax.
And I'd be like, "Hey, Greg, they put a date on the bottle."
Yeah, they put it on the bottle. He doesn't watch our crap.
He said, "Let's see what's in the fridge." Not double Too Hearted, Greg. Double Too Hearted.
Greg, double Too Hearted.
That's not in your fridge.
Somebody will send it to him. Somebody.
So, Rod, did you pick it up on the Kentucky side or the Ohio side?
Kentucky side over at Party Source, home of J.O., the Party Source review.
Okay.
God, if you can't get one, I'll save one for you. I'll send it.
Well, I'm gonna venture over this weekend. I'll go to Louisville.
Well, if you guys come up in a few weeks and we get together, then I'll show you all the hot spots up here. You can get some of the Rod J deals.
I've been to some of those hot spots.
Yeah. You didn't really clean up though. You kind of kept it like I think you were just in shock in all of them. That you were like,
you're gonna be like, Rod, you're gonna be like, Eric, get away from the malt liquor.
Eric's coming out with a big dolly, pushing like, "Oh, malt liquor. Can't get this in Michigan.
I can get this shit back home."
Dude, we go to Jungle Gyms. I might just sit there at the taps having a beer while you guys are running around like kids in the playground.
I've been there a couple times, and I would definitely do that again. I don't care. I'd just be running around.
All the stuff they got there and everything.
That store's incredible.
Yeah, and then like I said, where Joe is going to be staying at, looking at Sonder Brewing is out there, who has some pretty good stuff. And I still got to get out to their brewery, so we could probably maybe get like a tour or something out there if we want to do that. But like Mad Tree, Rheingeist, Urban Artifact, all those other places that we mentioned. So there's just so many breweries we have here.
Uber and Lyft will be my
Yeah, it should definitely hit Listerman while we're there, I think.
Yeah, there's another one, Listerman. That's right off of Xavier's campus too. So
probably Listerman, maybe Oddside even. Is it Oddside?
No, Oddside's Michigan. Street Side.
I meant Street Side.
Yeah, Street Side's good.
Would be a good one to hit.
And we actually got one of the places here, depending that has pretty good barbecue, Eli's Barbecue, and it's bring your own drinks there, right? So you get the food there, and they have like an outside. If it's like a warm type thing, they have the outside area. You eat the barbecue, but everybody brings their own beer and stuff down there, so you can even just chill there, and that's right down from Street Side.
Braxton Labs, if you're going to venture across the river, would be awesome to go to too, I think.
Yeah, well, Braxton Labs is right inside Party Source.
Yeah.
So if you go to Party Source, we'll probably catch up with J.O. Especially if we're up here with J.O., we'll probably do like a video shoot or something there, maybe at the studio or something. We'll get him to do something like that.
If we have enough time, I guess.
Yeah. Just a lot of stuff happening.
It is.
It's all over the place. And it's like, you can even go to one of the bars and they'll have so many local taps that you can even just sit there. Like our Yard House has like 150 taps there on the river. Then we have some other local places that have a bunch of stuff too. So sometimes you don't even get to the brewery. There's Taps Ale House. That's downtown as well. So
yeah. Shannon was mad. She's got to work that weekend. She's like, "Oh, I wish I could go."
Yeah. You should have said, "Yeah, we could
have way more fun."
You should tell Shannon, "Yeah, we could use a driver."
You're not going to see me.
Brad said, "Yeah, we could use a driver." We wouldn't get too far. Gotta catch that in the first half hour. It's over.
Tell Shannon get on cam if her friend's going.
Yeah, if her friend's going, get her on.
I said, get on camera since your friend's going.
I'm in my pajamas.
Oh, she's in her pajamas.
Oh, it's a pajama party.
Looks like a t-shirt. Ain't nobody gonna know no difference.
I'll have one drink.
Yeah, one beer.
Shut up.
1 Miller Lite, Bud Light.
Bud Light, yeah.
Elbows.
She says she'll have wine.
Elbows in the house. Says, cheers, guys. I'm enjoying a resin from 6 Point at 9.1. I can only do one of these in a session. I like the resin from 6 Point.
Haven't had anything from them for a while.
I haven't either, Ty.
I haven't had in a while, but yeah, that resin is good though. I think the last one I had might have been their 5 beans, which was pretty good.
So the coffee stout, right?
Yeah, coffee stout or porter.
Porter might be a porter. Yeah, it might be a
Yeah.
porter.
Hey, Elbow, down in Florida, is there any Goose Island Bourbon County Stout still down there? Because I hear rumblings that there is. It's still on the shelf down there.
In
Is it
Florida? Really?
Yeah. I just wonder if it is or not. If he goes to Total Wine, I'm talking about.
Well, you heard Seattle, you said before too, right? They had
Oh
stuff
yeah,
out
it was there by the freaking cases.
Yeah.
Just the variant was on, but the base beer was there.
Yeah. And Billy says to him, yeah, he loves 6 Point and Big Alley's another good one for them too. Yeah. And Billy said lots of great on the Del Mar, Virginia Eastern Shore, lots of great craft breweries. Yeah. And that's like here. I mean, so many good ones. And I was on the Bearded Hops commenting yesterday on their podcast they did. And the person they had on there was actually from the Maine area. And she was talking about all the different ones they have in their things, all the different community breweries taking place, which are great. So
when you were in Jamaica, was there any like craft breweries down there or no?
there's craft breweries down there, but the resort we were at, it was only like Red Stripe. And when I got to the airport, I got a couple other. Well, they had the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout, which I like, and I got that there. And they had one like a Lion something stout from another one of their craft breweries, so I had that there. And I think there might have been another one they had, but they do have some around there, but it's not as dominant, I think. So
We're heading there in February, in Jamaica.
Jamaica, where are you guys staying at?
We're going to Negril. Where'd you go to?
We went to Montego Bay.
Montego Bay. Okay.
We stayed at.
I think that's where we have to. I think we have to fly into there. We're staying at the. What's the name of that? Travelers Resort or something.
Okay, we stayed at Riu. Riu has a pretty good hotel chain. They're kind of like becoming the Hilton of the Caribbean now. And then Elbow said, "I haven't seen it, Eric." So he hasn't seen the Bourbon County down there.
I've heard rumblings. I don't know if it was true or not.
Yeah. Billy asks, am I going to use the snifter glass for your reviews? Well, yeah, because I mean, when I do a review, it's all about hashtag proper glass.
Any glass you want, brother.
Yeah. Although it's so good, I might just pour it in a gallon jug and drink it from the jug. It's so good. That we get some views. Man chugs double two-hearted ale.
You'll see him if someone will do it. It ain't gonna be me, but somebody will do it. What's going on, Miss Shannon?
What's happening?
Hey, I can't see you. Hang on. Todd screwed the thing up.
Always my
There
fault.
it is.
Always my fault.
Hey, I was just sitting here. I'm good. How about you guys?
Doing
Be careful
well.
what you ask for.
I'm doing good.
Johnny comes in
Oh,
always
God.
He's already starting. There he goes.
We need better lighting.
Clear that pot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, I gotta have her watch your video from last week's rambling.
Shannon, you're gonna have to watch it. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna say it.
I was gonna tell you about it, but I watched it. I was cracking up.
All right. I'm just drinking box wine.
Oh, the box wine. Box wine.
Classy lady.
What's the
Keep
box?
it classy, San Diego.
Is it Franzia? Is it Franzia box wine?
I think so. Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Franzia. There's another one that I get sometimes.
Have you had the
I don't know.
That's Franzia.
It's got the spigot. It got the spigot on it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
It's the 5-liter one big box.
It's not.
Shannon,
Honestly, though, she likes that as much as any of the other ones, like
I
even
really
the
do.
expensive ones or whatever. She just prefers that
I
one.
think it's just because it tastes more watered down. It's just easier to drink faster.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. At that point, right?
Yeah, she ain't lying on that part.
Have you had the 4-pack of wine there, Shannon?
Mm-mm. And the cans?
They're like plastic bottles, I think is what they are.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what they are.
They have a whole bunch of different ones. I think they have like, what is it, Sutters or?
Yeah, Sutters. Yep.
Yeah, they have one.
Rod should know. He's the top 30.
He's the top
wine
one.
too.
I may have fell off that list a little bit. I mean,
Uh-oh.
although I did see I was back up on the top 200 beer bloggers now again on Feastpot. They made at 120
Nice.
since I started updating the blog again. What was the name of the video you did, Eric?
Weekend Ramble. It's the last
It was
weekend
just a
ramble.
ramble. Okay, because I see Michigan State, Tennessee weekend, so I went out. Okay, so
Yeah, it was last Saturday
okay.
or last weekend, whenever you did it.
I missed the one you did on the mass shootings, though. I'll have to watch that one too.
What one is that? Let me go.
That was
I'll
like
go
3
back.
weeks. 3 weeks ago.
Let me go to my YouTube beta. And then go into videos. So it's the one. So I went out on a date.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
the name of the video?
I was laughing at that one too.
Oh, gosh. I want to go. When we get off here, I'm going to go listen to it. Or when I
Seven
get off here.
Shannon, you're gonna laugh your ass off. I'm just gonna say.
No. Am I going to call you?
Todd did.
Am I going to call you poor buddy?
You might call me poor buddy.
No, this is when
no,
this is when you're
that's
in
not
the
a poor
club.
buddy. It's not a poor buddy video.
It's like the
Yeah.
club and the techno and stuff, right?
Part-
The
Yeah,
techno,
yeah.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
You kind of gave it
Hey,
a little
hey,
bit, but
Oh,
Did
I
you-
mean,
Did you dance? That's the thing. Did you go
No,
in
I
and start bumping to it?
I don't know.
I remember you talking about the techno. That's why I said, is that the one with the techno? Yeah.
I bet you didn't get a second date then, did you? You
No,
didn't
that
dance?
was a completely different.
Oh.
That was something different.
It's in that same video.
It's the same video though.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
You're gonna.
I
be
don't want to spoil anything, but when you was talking about that date and what she did, I was cracking up when he was going.
Oh my God. I hope she doesn't know you're on YouTube.
Well, I don't care if she does or not. So. She
Oh.
hasn't
Yeah, it's one and done.
She's been X'd out.
Like
X'd
one and
out.
done, or
One and
She's been
done.
X'd out.
Yeah,
X'd out.
tag in somebody else.
okay. If you lived here by us, I could buffer that. I could pick the right girl
You
for
be my
you.
wingman, Shannon.
Hey, every time we go out and he's got a single friend, I'm like, I'm gonna find you a girl tonight. You're gonna
She
get
does.
laid.
That's usually her mission too.
Yep.
We know she kind of has a spot for blue eyes, so.
Shannon and everybody else in the comments, just go on. If you find a video from me where it says "So I went on a date," it's one of my
Okay.
weekend rambles. Click on it. You'll laugh your ass off.
Okay.
That's good. That's
Going
good.
to.
That's awesome. Let's see here.
You want to see what Todd did for me?
What did Todd do for you?
Oh, look at this. Hang on, let me get it.
So much can't even pick them up.
Oh,
That's 4 dozen.
for anniversary or birthday or?
You think he got me those? I
She
got
bought
those
them
myself.
herself.
Jesus
They run sale at the
Christ.
grocery store for like $2.99 a dozen.
Yeah. $3.99. $2.99. Yeah,
Are
right.
you saying Todd wouldn't get you flowers?
I used to, but I don't anymore. She's like,
Yeah.
they
Don't
just
waste it.
fucking die anyway.
Yeah, I'd
so.
rather have
Yeah.
something that's going to stick around for a while. Though it is nice.
So like, all right, liquor and booze it is.
Yeah,
That'll-
you
that'll-
can never go
although
wrong
that
with
doesn't
that.
stick around that long either.
No, but
Hey Todd, did you see the comments where Paul said, "You're so white, it's painful"?
On that video, or
On that video.
no, I didn't see the comments. Actually, when I was watching, or listening to it, I was driving and then sitting in the drive-through watching the rest of it. So I didn't get a chance to watch the comment or look at the comments yet.
well, I'm going to finish this class. I'm going to go watch the video and then I'm going to come back so we can talk about it.
Oh my God!
No,
There you
I doesn't
go.
watch it yet, so you don't want to ruin it for everybody.
God.
Come back and give us a review on Eric's video.
I will. Oh, I would love
Review
to.
the review.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I would love to.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Ah,
Come back with the notes and like, Eric, you should have done this. You should have done that.
yes.
Don't
Well,
spoil it.
apparently she wasn't worth doing any of that for us. The vibe I'm getting.
Well, you'll have to watch the video. You'll
Oh my God. Do I need to watch the video, Eric?
Yes.
And see, Eric, this
I
is
do.
your-
I need to watch the video.
Shannon's gonna do a review the reviewer on your
Oh.
video.
The review.
Yeah.
I need to start that back up.
No, that would be a classic. If she was watching the video and commenting while she was watching the video.
Reactions to the
Mhm,
video.
That would be classic.
It ended up being like 3-hour video.
Then I could start wanting to be review the reviewer, the reviewer, the review, or
Yeah,
something
we get
like
it.
the third person, you know.
Well, Eric does the review the reviewer.
I
No,
haven't
and then
done
you
that
do
in a
it. Then
while.
you do another series though where
I
you're
review
reviewing
the
all both of
reviewer.
them.
I
Yeah.
review the reviewer.
I don't know who the next person I need to do. That's what I don't want to piss them off.
I told you could do my video. You haven't done any of mine, so if you want to, you can. Feel
All right.
free. I mean,
No, I'll make one and you can review mine.
I think I done draft therapy, which I
That'd be
asked him.
good.
I didn't hear a response, so I figured, okay, it's gonna be. But he does fantastic videos. His video editing's freaking fantastic. And then I did. Who else did I do? Joe. I did Joe. And I think, yeah, Rod, if you don't mind, I'll do you next.
Yeah.
You only done 2 of those, right?
Yeah, just draft therapy, scene from draft therapy, and Joe. I think it's the only 2 I've done.
So what do you do? Do you like drink the same beer they did, and then
So you show
see if
their
you
video,
agree.
and then he kind of comments on that video or whatever.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Pauses it and makes his comments, and then
Yeah,
you watch.
what Todd saying
Right there. There you go.
Yeah,
See,
Cannon,
you're a kind reviewer. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? There's no
Right.
Yeah, you stupid
Yeah, I mean,
dummy.
this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
what the hell are you doing?
God.
You talking about bubble gum? There ain't no damn
Yeah,
bubble
yeah.
gum.
I've never
Getting mangoes. There ain't no fucking mangoes in there.
No, I did watch. I was watching just a minute ago, and Eric, you said shit, and then you were like, "I'm sorry, sorry for the language," and I was like, "Am I not supposed to cuss on that channel?"
It's after 10. It's all good.
we try sometimes, but it never really sticks. So yeah.
Well, you got Joe. When Joe's on there, it's like never. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
Damn,
but he'll tell you
I'm
though.
the same way though.
Damn New Yorker. Sooner or later, we hope to have Joe back.
He's sniping again. Again.
Billy
That
has
sucks.
said,
He's on second shift.
he said they typically land in Montego Bay and hit the island hopper playing the Ocho Rio Secrets. The Secrets is the little, John Want type resort over there. Jamaica. It's like it's a secret. Appleton rum, especially the rum cream, is awesome. Yeah, I brought back 2 bottles of Appleton rum, 2 small bottles. I haven't drank them yet.
I think I have a bottle of that downstairs. I think somebody brought home for me.
Well, I thought, I'll bring it back, and that way I'll have it, and blah,
rum.
blah, blah. And then I go to Party Source one day. Oh, shit, they sell Appleton rum here. Why did I bring it back? That's just wasted space.
So it definitely looks like a Red Stripe is the beer there.
Yeah.
But does it taste different than what they have it here?
I don't know.
I got to drink it at some point here.
You done lost them.
The Red Stripe in Jamaica.
The Red Stripe in Jamaica. That's the beer there, right?
Yeah, that's the beer there. I thought you were saying about it.
Come on, Rod, join the channel here, buddy.
I was trying to read the comments and then listen to you guys.
No, I knew what you was doing.
It's like my wife, she gets mad when I multitask. Like, you're not listening to me. Yeah, I am.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel her.
You know you multitask either? You like when Todd multitask?
No,
like,
Todd doesn't listen. He just doesn't listen. And then he gets mad at me when I'm like, I told you this like 5 times. And he's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, oh my God, whatever.
No, you only told it 3 times.
Yeah. No, it's like I'll tell him.
No, it
once-
wasn't.
Yeah, I'll tell him like every day. But sometimes I ramble a lot, and I'm sure he just blocks me out. But
You do?
I don't ramble. Yeah. Sometimes I'll ask him. Yeah, sometimes I'll ask him after all these years. I'll be like talking and talking. I'm like, am I talking too much? Because it's okay if you tell me to be quiet. Because somebody'd probably get on my nerves if they were talking this much too. He's like,
You don't know he's talking.
yeah. And he's like, well, if you weren't talking, then nobody'd be talking. I'm like, well,
Not until the alcohol starts.
that's not true. I mean, I do get chattier with the alcohol, but
Well, yeah, that's true.
I've never seen that happen.
Nobody's ever seen that happen.
yeah.
Oh no, but Billy said box wine, typically mass production of wine, use a heat fermentation, basically tames the tannin. It's good, ready to drink wine. So
Yeah, gets me drunk.
yeah,
They actually aren't bad for what they are.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, I'm not a big.
We're not wine. She's not a wine snob.
Yeah.
What's a box of Franzia cost? It's like
Shit, $12 maybe.
right. And so when I used to
And it's got
bartend,
like
5 liters in it.
it's got like 5 or 6 bottles of wine in it.
yeah, right. So when I used to bartend in college, and we would bartend in the alumni center, it'd be like the house, rosé or blush, whatever.
Mhm.
It'd be Franzia. So we go in the
Yeah.
back and we just take it out of the thing. It's like $8 a glass.
Right. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, you're making like a
Wow.
bazillion percent.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what the people still do. I mean, they still do that nowadays.
Yeah.
Like if you don't really specify, that's what you're getting. You're getting Franzia or
I mean,
whatever the
people
box
like-
wine is.
Well, even on some of the menus, you'll see like Barefoot wine or whatever. They'll say like $7 a glass. I'm like, that's like $7 a bottle.
Right, yeah.
Right. I was like, where's the rest of it at?
Yeah.
Barefoot
No, that's all you get.
Barefoot is really good though. I do love Barefoot.
Yeah.
You know, and speaking of wine in itself, if you're in the like the $10 to $20 range, you're getting pretty good wine even at that.
Oh, for
You have to get
sure.
the 30, 40 or up wines to get good quality wine.
Yeah.
You don't have
Well,
to
they
do
said most people can't tell the difference anyway. Like they'll have
Right.
a lot of experts go out there and they'll blind do stuff, and it's like they'll have a lot of these $5, $10 wines that compete against some of these other higher expensive ones for most people. So
It's
Right.
it's like the Natty Daddy.
like when Natter Day surprised everybody.
Natter
Day.
People in Missouri were like, "What? That's Natty Light? No, that can't be right." Like, yeah, it's sucker. You love
Yeah, like,
Natter Day.
Right. If it makes you feel special to drink that expensive, you know, if you need to drink an expensive glass of wine to feel special, go for it. I'll just taste it. If I like it, I'll drink it. If I don't, I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I tasted something that was really expensive, I'd probably be like, I'm not drinking that. So I'm not spending all that money.
I like Pacific Rim wine.
I don't think I've ever had Pacific Rim. Is it expensive?
About $15 for a bottle.
That's not too bad.
What a bottle of 750 milliliters has come in for wine.
I think that's what it is. When we went to Indy, we went to the Easley Winery, and they've got some good wine, but they're cheap too. They're not that expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They've won a lot of awards. And
yeah, I mean, Barefoot's won a lot of awards too.
Yeah, Barefoot.
Yellowtail's usually a good one too.
Yeah, I think I've had Yellowtail. Well, his cousin owned a winery here locally, and they had some good wines, and they were more expensive, not like crazy expensive.
$12,
yeah,
a bottle or
$15 max. Yeah, but that's more than I usually spend on a bottle. Right?
Yeah.
Our local one here is St. Julian.
Pretty good.
I'm so bummed that I'm not going to be able to.
$10 a bottle.
I'm so bummed I'm not going to be able to hang out with you all. I'm sure you all
Shannon,
are too.
Shannon, you gotta watch that video. Watch it.
Oh, I'm going to watch it. I'm almost done with my glass of wine.
We'll take photos and stuff for you, Shannon. So.
I'm sure you will. That's all right.
Not the one when I'm giving her the $1 bill.
Now,
As long as it's $1, as long as it's $1, and as long as he don't come home smell like rotten cooter and yeah, then I'll be all right.
Here we go.
Covered in sparkles.
Yeah, and smelling like vanilla.
Here we go.
Eric's like, yeah, all right.
Fell into the glitter fountain.
Yeah.
We'll come to those places with old blue eyes. It won't matter anyway.
That's right. They'll all be all over him.
Blue eyes.
Yeah.
Come here, baby. Come here.
God. I never understood.
We'll catch him on the next ramble.
I never really understood strip clubs. It's like you get you all worked up unless you go to a special kind of strip club and then you can.
Well,
you go to the Robert Kraft Club, then you're fine.
But that's the massage. That's the massage parlor there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like putting a big juicy hamburger in front of you.
Happy ending. You're like, yeah, I gotta jump on a plane and go to Denver. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna go watch the video. I'll be back though.
Here we go.
What's it called? I went on a date.
Yeah. What is it? Is that what it is?
Weekend ramble. I went on a date.
It's a weekend ramble.
Okay.
So I went on a date, Todd.
So I went on a date. Should come back and spoil it for everybody.
Yeah, don't spoil it, Shannon. Don't spoil it.
Elbow said, Eric, you drive and shoot a video at the same time. Wow, way to multitask. You were shooting a video from the car. And
Elbow must have watched it. So Elbow, what did you think? Like, give us a one-line sentence of what you thought, but don't spoil it.
And Billy says, Dragon Stout in Jamaica. Yeah, at hotel in South Jamaica, Red Stripe, but drink the liquor, especially apple and rum. Yeah, so Dragon Stout was actually the one I had at the airport when we were leaving. That I was trying to think of.
That freaking debacle.
Dragon Stout. Is that like a main stout down there?
That's like one of the craft breweries they have there. But I got so burnt out on Red Stripe. I mean, I did the Red Stripe when I did the Red Stripe video, and I had that for a while. And I had the Red Stripe Light. I did the video one as well. And it was like after that, it was all mainly just like drinks, like just working your menu every day, something you haven't had off the drink menu or something.
Yeah, we're only gonna be there for 4 days.
Yeah, I had to tell him top off with some more alcohol a few times. Like, put some liquor in it, son. It's all inclusive. It's all inclusive. In fact, give me
And
the bottle.
that's the other thing I don't like is we're not staying all inclusive. So
Yeah,
it's kind of a last minute.
You're not all inclusive in Jamaica.
No,
really?
I know. Yeah,
I thought they were all inclusive. Okay, that's different.
but we're only going for 4 days, so I don't know if that's why.
No, because you can get 4-day packages for it's all inclusive.
Oh, can you?
Resort. Yeah.
Well, she booked it, so
It just makes it nice because I mean, there's always like food. Whenever you're hungry, you can whatever you want. You can.
Oh yeah.
They have the mini bars in a room. Actually, mini bars like 4 bottles they put in your room and just like stock your fridge when you need it and stuff like that. So
we're going
down for a friend of mine's birthday. Him and his girlfriend. She's like, we're going to Jamaica, y'all. I'm like, yeah. They invited a bunch of people. I think so far it's only been like 5 of us going.
Yeah.
Them 2, us 2, and then I take it back 6, and I think 2 other maybe of his friends are going. So we gotta get our passports and all that shit yet still. So
yeah. Well, I know the resort that I was at. I told you guys, I was like, Eric would have done well. There's like there was a lot of girls trips that were going. I was like, if you were the guys that were single, you probably could have done well.
Yeah, but see now I've got these kind of gray stripes going kind of right along.
You could have got yourself a sugar mama.
There you go.
Give me some money so I can. I'm like, fuck you. You go make your own money.
What look like Daddy Warbucks?
She make ask for it.
Yeah,
if you're gonna get paid, you got to do scratch my back too. Come on.
You got to earn it.
I heard Shannon laughing.
Uh-oh. You can hear her all the way back there?
Yeah.
Man, the speaker on this thing is really good, I guess.
Billy said you should look at Forenza from Chile. It's a Chilean wine. Stream value, now more fruit forward. Typically see his reviews of Pinot Noir from the $4 bottle international award winner. Gilbert's back. Go pack, go! What you got, Gilbert? What beer?
Mofo is back. Son.
Gilbert, what beer are you drinking there, buddy?
Let me see here. He's drinking some Old Speckled Hen. Oh,
ooh!
I did not think you were going to come back with Old Speckled Hen. I just didn't see that coming.
Old Speckled Hen.
That's from Moreland.
Yeah.
I usually have that once in a while at the pub that we have here. Well, they're called the pub, but it's kind of like a knockoff of what it would be over in the UK or pretty cool places, though. Oh, Elbow say, good stuff, Eric. I got a kick out of your story.
I think Shannon, by what she's doing, she's getting a kick out of it, too.
An entertaining vlog from Eric Alliance fan.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I tend to find the weekend vlogs kind of the best thing on the channel, kind of more than the sports and more than the beer. I don't know why. I'm just
I mean, people like to see other people's lives. I mean, look at like the emergence over the last like decades of all the Jerry Springer shows and the Maury Povich and all that. People like to see other stuff happening to other people and everything. So kind of getting a clip. So then it's like it's not just me type thing. Here's someone else that maybe had a situation or something similar. So.
Yeah, it's a good series. It's a good series that you do there.
Yeah.
I try to do it once every month, but lately there's been stuff happening. I'm like, dude, I can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, even if you hopped on Saturday and just like kind of recap the week that you've had or whatever, and do it like an every Saturday type thing or something.
I used to do it every week. I used to sit right out here in my kitchen and do it. Yeah.
Or on a Sunday or something, and just hop in your car and drive around the block a couple times. That's kind of cool too, that you're just sitting in the car and just kind of cruising or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of adds to me. To me, that kind of adds a little bit to it also.
Gilbert typed at Rod J BeerVentures it. Like, I don't know if he stopped typing or he wants to talk about the new movie It coming out. Which I actually do want to see. Did you guys see the first It?
Mm-hmm.
So did you like the first one? Or you just see the first one, Eric?
I did not know.
It was pretty good.
What is it on? Excuse me. Is it on like Netflix or something? Or
Yeah, it was at the movies. I don't know if the first one might be on Netflix now, but it was like
I'm not sure.
Stephen King movie.
Yeah,
What'd you think of it, Rod?
Oh, I liked the first one. So
Yeah. No, I mean the reboot of it or whatever, the remake.
yeah, the remake.
Okay.
I liked it because people were wondering how I was going to play it versus the original that came out, but I liked it. I'm looking forward to the sequel now, or it's not sequel, the second part. But they said Bill Hader's pretty awesome in it too, which reminds me I need to go back and watch. What was the show he has on HBO, Bill or something? I haven't watched it from the second season. Where he's the hitman.
Yeah. I haven't watched that at all. Is it
the
good?
First season was great. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Because it kind of looked kind of goofy. Like the promos of it looked kind of goofy.
It's kind of like it's like a drama, but it's kind of a comedy drama, and like Henry Winkler's in it. He's pretty funny too, and
it is just a name or something, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is Bill. I think it's
is
Bill
it Bill?
Yeah,
that doesn't sound right. That could be though.
Did you catch up on Snowfall yet?
Oh yes.
Did you? I didn't see it last night though. So.
Oh no! Well, I haven't seen last night yet.
Yeah, but
I forgot it was. I forget what night it comes on because I just watched it on DVD.
You saw the last one from that's some crazy
last week.
Stuff.
Yeah, with his next door neighbor girlfriend.
Yeah.
That was messed up.
That was the crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah,
man.
But that's about
that show's so good.
Yeah.
That and Yellowstone might be just a little bit above.
I haven't watched any of that from this season yet, but I got them all DVR because they just had the season finale, I think, too.
Yeah, we just watched it today. That's so good. So that's like Shannon's favorite show. That might even be better than Game of Thrones for her. I'm thinking. I have to ask her when she comes back in.
Ooh.
She loves Game of Thrones, but she loves her Yellowstone too, though.
Hopefully, he gets a third season then, because
it is there. She said they already started filming it.
Okay.
Yeah, she said they already started filming.
Eric said, "No, it's fresh, old speckled hen, bloody good."
I've had that forever.
Yeah, when I went to the office today, we were talking about different shows and stuff. Some things I need to catch up on or kind of watch. I haven't watched before, but.
Do you watch?
I started watching Black Mirror.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Do you watch Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton?
No, I didn't know. Was it on Netflix? Was that
Hulu? It's either Hulu or Amazon Prime. I can't remember.
No, I got to go back. We'll go back and start finish watching The Boys. I only saw the first episode, and that was really good.
What is it?
The Boys on.
I want to watch that. I haven't seen that.
The first episode is really good. It's kind of got some freaky shit in there. It's kind of funny, but we
just finished Jessica Jones.
What'd you think of that?
Did you see it all?
Yeah, I saw it all through the season. I mean, it was the last season right now. I'm thinking,
when it first started this last season, I didn't care much for where they were going with Trish.
Yeah.
Then as it kept going and got a little bit more into it, I was like, okay, it's not too bad. It was all right.
Yeah.
It felt kind of forced, rushed to finish to me.
Yeah.
Because she just kind of, I don't want to spoil it for anybody out there if they watch it, but it just kind of felt rushed, like they just kind of threw her into what she became. I'll just put it that. You probably know what I'm talking about. But.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of interesting at the end how they brought Luke Cage in there to try to give advice and stuff to her and everything. Because
I was wondering if they would bring him back because he was in the first 2 seasons, right?
Yeah,
off and on. I mean, off and on, but he was kind of not a main character, but a character in it.
Yeah. I mean, he was in it because they were hooking up in it and stuff. So,
right.
I mean, in the comics, they're actually married, so it's kind of like I wonder if they're trying to reopen that door in case they bring it back, where they kind of start connecting again or something.
So I'm wondering, do you think once Disney takes over, are they going to pick it back up again, or is it done?
I'm hoping they do because I thought it had good ratings on a lot of theirs. I think the only one I heard it didn't have as great of ratings was the Iron Fist.
Yeah, I didn't care much for that one either.
But like Daredevil was popular, Jessica was popular, The Punisher was popular, Luke Cage was popular. So.
And I never watched Luke Cage either, which I don't know why, because I like this character.
You never saw Luke Cage?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should watch Luke Cage. They were pretty good.
Did they finish it up?
Yeah, they had the one on his. Like he had 2 or 3 seasons on his, but yeah,
okay. All right.
And he had some really good characters on his too, as well. So.
That's what we're talking about
she's back.
So, here we go.
Game of Thrones or Yellowstone?
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
He's still Game of Thrones too. Yeah.
Yeah, but Yellowstone, oh my
We were
God.
just talking about Snowfall, which you don't watch, which is what I was watching.
Yeah.
Right?
Luke Cage,
Yellowstone.
I think I started watching it.
You may have, but
But
I never.
I
did.
don't care for Rosario Dawson or whatever her name is.
You like Rosario Dawson?
No, I'm just not. I mean, I don't not like her, but I'm not a fan. So I don't know.
I think she
Like,
does all
and I
right.
liked her. I liked him with Jessica Jones. I mean, you can't,
Yeah, he was good. In
you
that,
know.
for sure.
Well, I liked him with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you finish watching Jessica Jones?
Yeah. I finished watching Jessica Jones.
Oh,
as well, too. Yeah.
I like the guy that she was with in that. I liked him a lot.
The one for this last season.
Yeah, that could feel people's bad energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like Todd. Like in the comics, Jessica Jones is married to Luke Cage. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're
my
married in the
God,
comics?
Jessica
Yeah,
Jones got married?
They're married in the comics. So.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
I don't
that.
know if that might have been the reason they brought him back towards the end of the Jessica Jones series to kind of open that door again or something to when he came back trying to give her advice and stuff about helping
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, that's really good. Eric, did you watch those?
I do not know.
All right. Well, okay. 2 questions about your video. I'm not going to spoil anything. And it, like, I know
Question
what me and
one,
Todd say, and
Did
now I
you
know
get
what. Yeah. Okay, Rod, do you say catty corner?
Oh, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
That was a good thing. I'm glad you brought that up.
What do you say?
Well, go ahead. If
Diagonally
something's
from your
diagonal
house.
from a building, like you're
What do
looking
you call
outside,
it?
what do you call it?
Yes, catty corner.
I say kitty corner.
He says kitty corner.
That's
That's a Michigan thing.
well,
Northern
no,
thing.
it's an Iowa thing too, because the first time I went to Iowa when I used to work for my old company, their headquarters are out there, and they would say kitty corner. I'm like, what do you mean kitty corner? Like, you know, go outside and it's diagonal. I was like, catty corner. And
Catty
like, no,
corner.
it's kitty corner. And Eric said that in a video, and I was like, oh my God, he says it too. I was like, it's definitely got to be like a region.
But catty and kitty, it's like
but
but
I mean,
kitty corner is so much cuter.
I like catty corner. But
I
do too.
like kitty corner.
I've always
And
been-
also, I made fun of Todd.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask him that and I forgot all about it.
I made fun of Todd. I can't remember what he was doing, and he said something blah blah
You made
blah.
fun of me? What? Shocker.
Shut up. And he was saying blah blah blah, and he goes and whatnot, and I said what? What?
Joe says it all the time.
Whatnot?
Joe or Eric said it like
Eric
6 times in the video.
Yeah, I say whatnot. Yeah.
Whatnot. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you like 80?
She's like, how old are you? I'm
Yeah.
like,
So whatnot.
What do you mean?
Whatnot.
What do you
Thanks,
do?
Shannon. Thanks, Shannon.
Do you cut through stuff and say yada 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 and then skip it
No.
to the end? You don't say yada yada. No more.
Yeah.
You say yada yada.
I
Yeah.
got important stuff to say.
I don't need,
I'm not gonna abbreviate it by yada yada yada.
She's like, listen here, bitch. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
See that yada yada around here. You're going to listen to what I got to say. It doesn't matter.
Sit out of here. Every word right now.
That's right.
You don't listen. You just don't.
You don't listen, Todd.
You don't even say blah 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 or anything.
No. That's what he hears. That's not what I say.
So like Missy Elliott, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. No, he hears the Charlie Brown's parents. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah.
Yes, dear.
Speaking of Missy Elliott, that was the first time I watched the MTV Video Awards in like years.
See, I didn't watch
That
it.
was a good. I watched it on YouTube.
I
I
went to see
watched
Missy
Taylor
Elliott.
Swift.
I went to see Missy get honored, and she lit it up. She was solid.
Did
Yeah,
she?
that was really good.
Her performance was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 7-8 minute video part for it too. I was like,
Yeah,
dang.
and then the end finale I like too, with the
I'll have to
New
watch
Jersey rappers.
I don't know any of them
I
anymore.
didn't see that. I didn't see that part.
It was the end finale. It was Naughty by Nature, Redman,
Oh.
Queen Latifah.
I'm gonna have to go YouTube that too then.
Queen Latifah, Ice-T actually started it off. When he came out to
Dang.
introduce him because he's from New Jersey originally. And then Lords of the Underground, one of their rappers, it was like all old school. It was just like they were doing stuff from their songs and stuff. But Queen Latifah,
So they just finished it off or whatever, finished the show. Is that what happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like Queen Latifah rode her motorcycle in and everything. That's like Queen Latifah could still get out there and rap if she wanted to. So,
I like Queen Latifah.
but it's like
Yeah, Missy Elliott was
I had
that was
flashbacks
solid.
from high school and college listening to them. And then
I really want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about your video, but I can't because everybody's got to watch it. I got a lot to say.
Well, you go offline after the video. You might for sure.
Gilbert said both It's were filmed in Oshawa. Hometown Horror Sons. I want to see the second It. The question is, do I want to go see it in the theater or wait for it to come out later?
When's it come out?
Like the next couple weeks, I think.
What is it?
It
oh,
too.
fuck no.
So the only reason why I watched the first.
Right?
I hate clowns.
She's phobia with clowns.
Yeah, like I'm not scared of much. Clowns, they give me, like, where I've worked, we always had, which I think is demeaning to the elderly. They'd have hospice clowns come in and visit.
You get an old person a heart attack or something, you know.
Well, give me a heart attack. Like I would go out the damn exit door in the activities people like Shannon, the hospice clowns are coming today. And I'd like hide out in a room so I didn't see them because my heart would race. And like, I'm like, if one of them comes up to me, I'm not a violent person, but I'm like, I might hurt him.
He's like,
I might punch him or something.
Why do clowns? I
don't know. I have no idea. Well, I have a slight idea, but I'm not sure if that's what it is. When I was younger, my mom made me watch this movie. Well, I don't know if she made me, but it was called Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh yeah, we were talking about like
yes, and there were clowns in that.
Yeah,
and maybe that's why I don't know, but I don't remember them scaring me when I was young.
There's a lot of people that have phobia of clowns.
It's a real phobia. It is a real phobia. What do they call it? Do you know?
No.
Well, you know what'd make it even worse is if the clown had like a wooden spoon in there.
Oh, fuck you!
In his hand. See, it's like wooden, like anything.
It's a texture thing. Yeah. It's a texture thing.
Sheets of popsicles, just got to wrap it with the wrapper. Take the wrapper off. And
the clown's tapping the wooden spoon again.
Yeah, I would beat the shit out of that. I would beat him to death probably.
You'd see it on the news.
Just thinking of it. Don't you all have any, like some people it's styrofoam and like texture things where it makes me want to gag and makes my skin crawl? Like any kind of texture of something?
Really? No.
Like hearing my nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. But see, that doesn't bother me though. Does that bother you? Fingernails on a chalkboard?
That bothers me. That makes my hair stand. Even just talking about it though.
Yeah, that's how I feel about wooden spoons. Popsicle sticks.
I got phobias I have, like.
Are y'all afraid of heights?
If I'm way up there and I'm like down, I'm like, damn, I'm up here. I'll be like,
at times I can be. I mean, there's like actually when I was a kid, we went up on top of one of the high rise one time. That kind of freaked me out to look over. Like, before, I mean, but I also sometimes when I play some of the video games, I'm like high up, like the way they kind of cut it down, you feel like you're high up, even though you're watching on TV. But yeah, but I kind of get used to the height. I think I don't like being in elevators. The only thing that kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me.
Like claustrophobic or something?
I'm not a huge elevator type person.
I mean, I don't love them. The higher they go, the worse I hate it.
Like if there's some buildings like that are high rises where it takes like a minute to get to the top floor.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
That would kind of freak me out a little bit. But I've been in some where it's like stopped and then like we had one of the ones here in Cincinnati, one of the older elevators one time that I used to work in this Carew Tower. And it actually stopped and it was an older elevator and then like dropped a floor and a half.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I actually changed that job like a month later. Like, I'm not going to be here anymore.
I'm sorry. I got to resign.
I'm sorry. I've had enough.
Yeah.
All right. I can't ride the elevator. And I'm not walking that many.
I'm not walking 19 floors.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm done.
When I was in New York, the elevator kind of came down and stopped, and then it kind of came down a little bit, and the doors wouldn't open. And one of my aunt my cousin was freaking out, and I'm like, we're already on the bottom floor. I mean, how far can we go?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the basement.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, like with elevators in college, I used to find out how you can open them from the inside. So
really?
We would pull pranks. I would stop elevators, open them from the inside, and we jump. So it never bothered me that later on in life I got like some type of phobia or something. The elevators came back after me or something.
So they call the New York Fire Department.
Yeah,
to get this open. And who comes? About 20 guys come in, and I'm like, you really need 20 guys in here?
Yeah, there's just something better to do. You just send like one or two.
Yeah, I figured out to stop it and put the thing in the latch and what latch you need to flick to actually get out of there and stuff. So, like my one college buddy, he'll tell you, if you ever talk to him, he would tell you the whole story about how he used to do that and everything. And I'd be sitting there and people in the elevator were like, let me show you something. I go in there and do it, and like just people are like, why'd you do that? Like, I don't know.
Because I can.
Because I can, yeah.
Because I know how.
Just because I know how to do it. So, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and they had to take a crowbar, get him, king, trying to get the door open. I'm like,
I think though with our generation, I don't know if it's a generation. I think we actually did a lot of stuff to shit that we probably shouldn't have done. So
Oh, for sure.
There wasn't a lot of stuff that really freaked us out as much. So it's kind of like we used to go out to abandoned buildings and drink in high school, and
yes,
we had to scale the building to get to the second floor. We would do shit like we shouldn't have done. Like somebody should be dead right now. Like
I should have been dead.
Right, so it's not a lot.
I should totally be dead.
And we'd have parties and watch Faces of Death.
Oh, Faces of Death.
Watch that
Yes.
all the time.
Like who does that? Like, oh, we're
I know.
high school kids sitting there drinking and watching Faces of Death and like
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's it. That's Gen X.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can still watch those. Can you still watch those on anything?
They're on YouTube, I think. Still,
I don't think I want to. Do you?
Well, I don't know if I do. I don't know. Part of me do.
No,
just because I remember some vaguely, but I just want to go back and see. I might go back and watch it now and be like, yeah.
People remember the monkey.
Yeah, the brains. Yeah.
People remember the gator pit when the guy flew into the gator pit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but
it's awful. Now, when I was a teenage girl, I used to tell my parents I was going to spend the night at my friend's house, and then me and my friend would go hang out at the local truck stop and play video games and sleep in the room in the back where the truckers would watch movies. Little teenage girls back there.
Usually the truck stop is something else
at
going
the truck stop.
Usually the truck stop, there's something else happening.
I know. Well, I was a kid. Yeah.
But even with some kids nowadays.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, I should be dead. Some trucker should have kidnapped me.
That took you on the road there, yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You want to go over the road?
Yeah. I'd have pissed all over myself.
Yeah, I mean, we were a generation of we do stupid shit like have rock fights and stuff like that. And like we were
rock
bored.
Fights.
You'd have even boys get together. You just have rock fights.
Do whatever.
You do whatever. You do it. The rope swing. I don't even know if kids go on those anymore. But you take the rope swing, and you swing, and it would break at some point on somebody. You
just waiting to see. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, get up and wipe.
If you were at the lake, it was a good thing, right? Because you were just in the lake. If you weren't, you were going down the side of a mountain or a hill, or you get nicked somewhere. We rode bikes without helmets. We flip them over.
I don't think I'd still wear a helmet though.
We skateboarded without helmets down steps and all kinds of stuff, and we did a bunch of different. I mean, we were out there just doing shit we need to do to find out how to live.
Right. Well, there's nowadays a rock, like a cement place, and they have rocks and quarries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we'd sneak back. I mean, it was a big company. We'd trespass back there and go in the rock quarry and swim and jump off the cliffs. I'm like, we could die back here and nobody would know.
Yeah. Well, we grew up. I mean, every group has their time frame. Or I felt like we grew up at a good time though. For a lot.
I think we did too. We grew up in the last time that was a good time.
Yeah. I mean, you go out there with your buddies when you were kids and you build forts and the woods and stuff, cardboard boxes, whatever. You have your forts out there. You be able, like, kids don't even go out and play anymore. It's just like the video game.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Or they get sent to sports like 24 hours a day. I mean, I think if I was playing sports now, I'd probably get burned out because so many parents have to run them around everywhere.
Oh God!
Not like it was as fun as it was back then.
Right.
I remember like 2 years ago, I was leaving my mom's house in the neighborhood I grew up in, and we whatever sport was in. Baseball, he was playing football, or football, he was playing football. We had a church down at the end of the road, and they had a big side lot. We'd play tackle football in there, or lived a couple blocks from a park, go up there and play full court basketball, whatever season, whatever sports season was in. I was leaving my mom's one day about 2 years ago, and we used to play a lot of like street 2-hand touch football in the street,
Yeah.
And just a couple houses down, there was like 3-4 kids in the street. And
really? Wow, you don't see that.
They were playing football. My dumbass stopped and rolled the window down. I was like, you know what? And they probably looked at me like, oh, stranger danger. But I was like, you know what? I'm glad to see you guys out here playing. I was like, I used to play football in these streets. And they were looking at me like, yeah, I get to,
get out of the way, old man. We want our street back.
Move along.
You're in our way.
I was like, I just want to say, I don't see that anymore. I'm glad that you're out here doing this.
Yeah.
And then I drove off. But I was only, it was like 5 seconds. So just hollering.
Like, move on out, Bundy.
Yeah, they're like, okay. Scored 3 touchdowns.
You're right.
4 touchdowns. What 4? For Polkai, yeah.
We'd be playing kickball in the street and a car would come down. Like, well, I didn't say that.
Street.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Timeout.
Yeah. No, and I'd always wreck my bike. My knees were always skinned up, and I never wore shoes, and my toes were always cut up. And now kids don't do anything but sit on their phone.
And everybody had the metal pedals.
Yeah.
That would skin the shit out of your shins. You know, you'd be like,
Jagged metal pedals. Yeah.
Well, when we grew up, we had Tonka toys that were actually made out of steel.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't
Oh,
the
wow.
plastic BS, you know. It's like, you know, I mean, you throw a Tonka toy at somebody back in the day, you really cut them up.
Yeah.
I mean, they were heavy as hell too. Like we had jarts. You can't find those anymore. Like
Yeah, the actual metal, like
the actual metal
6
ones,
inch.
Oh, yeah.
Yard darts. Yeah.
Those, yeah.
Now you get them with a little plastic ball on them. It was like, what happened to the one where you throw like 40 feet in the air and you got to dodge it and just coming down to get out of the way?
Because everybody's pussies now.
Yeah.
Well, it's like even
Mom and
like
Dad.
I was thinking, whoever come up with that, you know, you're drinking beer while out there playing it. I was like, you got a big metal dart that's gonna pierce your skull.
Did you
or
really
whatever.
ever think about that?
Not
though?
me, no. But looking back now, you think that.
Yeah.
But at the
Well, it's
time,
like-
I don't know, it was the best thing. He was just throwing
I
that
know.
shit and doing
I
whatever.
wonder if you can
know?
get the real ones on eBay or something. Surely we can find them
eBay
somewhere.
maybe, but that's
eBay
probably
might
about it.
have them, yeah. Or
That's probably about it.
probably not Amazon.
but it's like when I did shot put in high school, we had shot put, you had discus, you had javelin, and some schools don't have javelin now because people were like getting stabbed with the javelin. Like, it's funny when you see like some of the videos, like the official got stabbed with the javelin. Like, why the hell are you standing there?
You're like, oh, look at this thing coming at me. I'm just gonna
Right.
stand here.
It's a
Oh,
sharp metal pointed object, okay?
yeah.
They're trying to get out there to measure how far it's going. Like, how do you get stabbed by? You see it coming right towards you.
Really bad reaction time.
Yeah. Those were some fun times. So, as a kid, what was your favorite game outside as a kid to play?
Mine was kickball. I always loved kickball.
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 Yeah,
Well,
kickball,
wiffle ball. I don't know. Hide and
Probably
seek.
wiffle ball for me.
Football was fun, but you didn't find a certain number of kids all the time for baseball.
And then
and wiffle ball.
you used to like playing flashlight tag.
Flashlight
played
tag.
that.
Another one. Yeah, that's another tag.
Yeah.
But nowadays you play, you can get shot because you creeping in people's yards and
Yeah.
stuff, trying to hide and stuff. They'll be coming out with guns.
So with flashlight tag though, do you hit somebody like
so it's dark and then you run
if
out.
you shine the light on somebody, then they're it.
Right.
Oh,
So
okay.
somebody's it, and everybody else just runs and hides.
Well,
and
that's-
you're just searching with it. So now you think somebody's creeping in my backyard.
Hell
with a
yeah! If you saw
flashlight.
some flashlights
Right, that's what I'm
back, I'd
saying.
be
Like
like
somebody
calling
be
the
getting
cops.
shot now. We used to jump in the back of people's trucks and hide in the trucks.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
But back then,
No,
you could trick or treat to midnight back then.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. What was your all's favorite?
What did you say, Eric?
Mine was kickball. Mine was
Kickball. Yeah.
As a kid outside, I mean, the tag ones were always fun.
Yeah.
We had like TV tag, and you had freeze tag.
Oh, I love freeze tag. That was a good one.
I think my
What was the
favorite
other one? TV tag?
TV tag, right?
What was that one?
That one you had to like say the name of a TV show before someone tagged you or something.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
You could repeat what someone else had said as well too. So
Seemed like I've heard of that, but I don't know if
I've never heard of it.
we had one. It was Jailbreak was probably our favorite, like my favorite back then, which was like a
Was that kind of
maximum.
like Red Rover?
That was like a maximum tag, right? So you had teams of like 6 or 10. We would do it in Catholic school when I was in school. So we'd have teams like 15, right? And
You went to Catholic school?
Yeah, for the first 6 years, yeah. And you would basically, the one team had to get all the other team, basically you tug them, but you had to bring them back to a certain location, which is basically the jail. And so you had to tag that other team out. Well, if the other one on the other team, if you didn't get them all, and you could come back and tag your other people that were in jail, you would basically jailbreak them out. And so the other team had to kind of come after you still. So you would get to a point where it'd be like 15
You lost
against,
me.
It'd be like 15 against 1. If
So you had
get
to sneak in before they got you to get the person in jail to free them.
to free them, right?
Okay.
And they would keep going until they got you all locked up. They got all of you.
So you have two teams, and if you got tagged, you went to jail.
Yeah.
Somebody could go
Tagged on a
tag
whole
you out
nother
of
level.
jail.
Oh,
Without
so you
getting
had to
tagged.
guard. You had to
Yeah.
guard your
So
prisoners,
you had to have a guard too.
and you had to tag the rest of their team.
Right.
To
Okay.
get them out of it. Yeah. And so you'd have like 1 against like 10. You know, it was
We should
multi-
play that next time we have a party. Well, I'll be calling EMS because everybody will be collapse on the
Heart
ground.
attacks and yeah,
We should
cardiac
totally
arrest.
play. We should totally play tag.
I don't want to get out. I want to come.
Let me rest.
What's that movie? It's like a true story.
Tag. It's called Tag.
Tag.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that?
That was a good movie. Yeah.
That was pretty good. I was like, that'd be awesome. Like once a year, you just meet up with your
God.
friends you haven't seen
And
for
ruin
the
their
whole year.
life.
Yeah, and play tag.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Dolly says she likes Todd's wife.
Oh, thank you.
Dolly?
I like your profile picture. I love puppies.
Yeah, if you
See,
go
I
to her
told
channel,
you.
her
Looks like a
channel,
chihuahua.
all the dog videos and stuff to her channel and stuff too. So you should check her out on the channel.
I will.
Looks like a chihuahua to me.
Who was it earlier was talking about having 6 dogs? He's got a dog that's 29 years old.
What?
Ted,
Oh,
or Craig. Craig was.
29
Bill.
years old.
No, it was
Billy
it
has
was backwoods, wasn't it?
backwards. Yeah, Billy.
Yeah.
What
has
kind of
yeah.
dog is that is what I want to
He
know.
never did answer. I asked him. I don't think he answered, did
Because
he?
we had a Lhasa Apso, and they're supposed to be like one of the longest living. Like the longest living ever was like 32 or something.
So 29 years and 5 months or something like that.
Wow. And she died when she was like not even almost 13.
Dog year
Or
like
was she
6 months.
13?
Do what?
How long is a dog year?
7.
7, yeah.
7 years.
Well, 1 year
What?
for dog years. 1 year and 1 year is 7 dog years.
One
Like
dog.
1 human year is
No,
7.
1 dog year is 7 human years.
So you take 7 years for a dog to get to 1? I don't think that's right.
No, I think it's the other way around.
Hey,
She knows.
Jesus Christ. You all are just like,
Why do we
Dogs
even?
don't live us if that was the case.
Why do we even?
I
need
winked
dog
at you.
So when a dog's
I didn't
1
see
in
that
human
part.
life, they're 7.
I think a dog should be 1 in the human. Just keep it all in the human spectrum. I mean,
I love
Why-
to try to trick
Which doesn't even
Todd.
make any sense, though, really.
the dog's 5 years or 6 years or whatever long. It's just 6
7.
years. It's just no, but it could be just 7 human years. Why is it got to be like?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't make any sense. Why do you got to add?
It
Like,
doesn't have to be. We just make it that way. It doesn't have
That's
to be.
what I'm
If you don't want to
wondering.
do it, don't do it.
I just wonder why people make up dog years. I just wonder why you just.
so that's a good point. Was he talking about dog years or was that human years? of
No.
29 years?
Nobody cares if his dog was like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I care, Shannon. I care.
Right, yeah, that's
Do
right.
you don't have, neither one of you have dogs, do you?
I don't.
My
Oh
wife
my
wants one.
gosh. I don't know if I can come
I
back
love
here.
He had 6
Don't get me wrong,
dogs.
I love dogs. I just don't have one.
I would have 20 dogs if I could. My life would be about dogs.
And when he
if I
said
could.
that, I told backwards. I said, Shannon would love you. He's got a 29-year-old dog and 6 dogs total. I
I
think
want
it
a
was.
3-legged dog. Like I found one time and Todd wouldn't let me have it.
Todd's like, no.
No.
You found it.
Well, I didn't find him. He was in like
He was
kind of
in
like the pound. It was like a rescue thing.
rescue.
Yeah, but yeah, he wouldn't let me have him. My mom wanted him and my dad wouldn't let her have it. And she's like, I'll pay for it if you'll take it. And then Todd wouldn't let me have it either.
Well, for me, I'm on so much, it's not.
Because I'm a terrible person.
He's a mean man.
I'm just not going to abandon a dog here without it. That's
Yeah,
not-
and I see like, will you get me one more glass? Shut up. I don't want to hear comments about one more. No,
you
but
guys will get one more. I'm going to get one more. I'll let Shannon.
Hey, I already got one more.
I know
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to get one yet, so I'll leave
That's what
Shannon. I'll leave Shannon in charge because she's the responsible.
Uh-oh.
yes, I am.
What's your beer choice going to be, Rod?
That I'm going to go get. I kind of want to drink that other double hearted.
Go get it, brother.
Drink
Go
it.
get
Yeah, I'm going to get that one here.
If you got a 6-pack, just take 2
From
out.
Bell's,
Oh yeah, only one, baby.
same people that make the 2-hearted ale. I
Yeah.
know. I listen sometimes.
Sometimes better than Todd.
I've never
I bet.
had it, but
I bet you listen better than Todd.
I do listen better than Todd because like when birthdays come around and stuff, I'll remember something he said and I'll get it for him. And I'll say how much I love something for like 2 months. And yeah.
Yeah. he just doesn't pick up on it, does he?
No, but I've made him that way. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's okay. I've made him that way. I know that.
All right, I'll be right back with a beer.
Okay.
You carry on here.
So, Shannon,
Yes, tell me.
what did you think of the video that I posted?
I thought it was hilarious.
We heard you
And
laughing.
I wish I would have been there because I would have had so much fun.
We heard you laughing, by the way.
Yes, I would have had so much fun. I love gay bars.
Oh my God, that I was like, where did you take
You talking about
us?
Eric's video?
Yes, I love gay bars. Like for my 40th birthday, I planned it. We had a gay bar in Louisville called Connections, and it was the best. I snuck in there when I was a teenager, and they had the best music and the best dance floor, and I loved it because nobody ever judged you there. You know, like I could dance, nobody give two shits about it. And
really, what it all boils down to, people don't give a shit while you're there. They really don't. They
don't. They really don't. Everybody just wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
But I mean, at this point, I don't give a shit if they want me there or not. I don't care if they're judging me. Back then I did, but I don't now, you know.
Yeah.
But they have the best music. They always have the best music.
Well, the techno music there was kind of like, yeah. I'm like,
That's rap.
okay.
That's not.
No, it's not.
I never heard any. Yeah,
It's techno.
that sounds bassy.
Boom, boom.
That's
boom,
bassy.
Boom, 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 boom. It's that kind of music.
Okay. Do you like Huey Lewis?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song?
Is it
I know what you're going to say. I
knew
knew that's what he was going to say.
One new drug.
Yes, I was going to say, I know what he's going to say, and I was going to tell him that's what you're going to say. I think it's a good song. Mine is Happy to Be Stuck With You. I love that one.
Happy to Be Stuck With You is a good one.
Yes. Yes. That's the best concert we've ever seen.
Really?
Yes. And it was at a park outside on the lawn. And because it was like, they had to be talented back then. You know, they had to play the instruments. There was no like, what is it when they make your voice sound better?
The auto
tune. Yeah. I mean, they were talented and they were so good. The band. Was
musically, I mean, that's the best concert I've been to too. Musically was.
We paid like $20 a ticket.
Yeah, no question.
And we've been to some big concerts from big stars, you know, and that was the best. So, laid back.
I've seen Bret Michaels once, and he did a kind of an array of. It was just him.
Yeah.
And then he had a band behind. This was after he got back from his where he almost passed away from his.
Yeah.
His insulin or kind of whatever it was. And he put on a good concert. He went all throughout the 80s bands and 90s bands. It was really good. What's
your favorite time period of music?
Oh, definitely 90s for sure.
What about you, Rod?
Favorite time period? Well, I mean,
like decade.
Just one decade?
Yes, just one decade, Rod.
By far the 90s.
Is it like 85 to 95?
No, it can go as back. No,
that's 10 years. That's 10 years.
No, you can't cross decades.
That's fair. That's fair. Yes, 85 to 95. That's good.
Yeah,
that's a very good choice.
Yeah,
never thought about that.
Good stuff there. Yeah, so I mean,
it's actually we might have to steal that one.
Me too, because I thought mine was just the 80s. But
yeah, man. Had a little bit of Prince in there.
Now you're changing it up a little bit.
I don't know. 80s.
It a little bit.
80s is probably mine.
A little bit of the Clash, a little bit of Duran Duran. I had a whole bunch of stuff happening between 85 and 95 period. It was a golden era of MTV.
Yes.
Pussy control.
And they actually had videos.
Right.
White Wedding. What?
Yes.
That was one the other day. I was listening to that. It was like you weren't on our other broadcast when we were doing a hangout. I think it was a hangout we were doing, and me and Ty were doing it. I just had my music playing, and we were talking about how our music is all over the spectrum. And I was like,
yeah,
I got from Public Enemy, Pink Floyd to Billy Idol.
That was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, his songs. I was like,
is she chewing on something over there? She's chewing.
Uh-oh.
Dog alert.
Bow wow wow.
Yippee yo, yippee yay.
Let's see here. Yeah, so get some more of the comments here. Dolly and Beanie says she loves some iced tea as well. Dolly. What's that? No, you're good. I was going to hit
Eric. Joe's T-shirt with iced tea and ice cubes.
Ice cubes and iced tea, yeah. Yes.
Iced tea.
And then Gilbert said Missy Elliott disappeared for 10 years. Well, she didn't have to really. I mean, she was producing. She wasn't out there doing acts, but she was still producing and writing stuff. Dolly also hated clowns, by the way, too. Thought it was creepy. And she says her phobia is losing her sexy. And then she asked, "What is Faces of Death?"
Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, it was only think it only came out like in the 80s, I believe, and
Yeah.
it was basically just different videos of people dying at different times or different things happened, and it was it's not like it was something of a.
That was real TV before it was real TV.
That was reality TV before reality.
Yeah,
TV.
yeah, there you go, reality. Yeah,
and it wasn't like a feel-good reality.
No, not at all. That was not.
It just went to the dimension of how we were demented in the Gen X generation, I guess. So
too.
yeah, just when it's like cleaning out they're cleaning out their closet or something like that. They're like, oh, Faces of Death. I haven't watched this like in 20 years. Let's
Listen to VHS and see what it's
or someone's kids find it like, oh, no, what this is doing a mom and dad's thing, and they watch.
Well, it's better than finding mom and dad's porn.
That probably happens too, though.
What do you got? Do you have a story for us about that?
Yeah, I kind of do. Like my mom and my.
There you go. Right now, are you sure?
I know I'm going to regret talking about this tomorrow because the last time I said.
Don't go into detail. Don't go into detail.
Oh no, I'm not. But the first tape I found was my brother's. Okay, I was in the 5th grade and we had a VCR at the time, and there was a tape in there. And my brother's 6 years older than me. I was in the 5th grade, so he would be in the what?
Junior, senior.
Yeah. So
this wasn't
I pushed the tape in. I pushed the tape in and I pushed play. Oh my God. And so immediately I was a little brat. Immediately I had to go upstairs and wake my parents up and tell them what I found. Isn't that awful?
Were you frozen first when you see it? You're like, what am I looking at?
Well, I think it was me and my friend. I think we watched for a few minutes and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I remember the women.
That doesn't look like the Superman I know.
And I'm just going to tell you the premise of the video. I won't go into details. And I grew up with a pool table.
So you watched it long enough till you know what the premise was.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't that hard to figure out. Yeah. It wasn't that complicated.
It was a pool table?
Yeah, and I grew up with a pool table. There was a pool table right behind me when I was watching this video.
Oh,
and
man.
These girls were
Are you sure you want to keep going with this?
I'm not going to say anything.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so the woman was up on the pool table, and the man was trying to get the ball in the pocket, if you know what I mean.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you looked at your pool table wondering, like,
right. Shit.
That needs to go.
Yeah. Well, that pool table is in our basement now.
Oh, it's got some stories to tell.
It does. It does.
Probably.
But anyway, so no, then I found my mom.
Moving on.
And this is back when you had to watch videos. So then one day, I was a nosy little bitch. I was always looking under everything. So I looked under my couch, and my mom, and I worked at, I worked at no, I didn't work at the movie house, but we live in a small town, and we had a movie house, and they had videos, and they had a curtained area where all the porn was. And so I was looking under the couch, and I found these videos, and they were porno videos. So I'm thinking, okay, it was my mom and my stepdad's, and I'm like, this is the grossest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. And so I told my mom at that point, I was just like, Mom, what is this? And she's like, don't you dare talk to my stepdad's name was Dick. Yeah.
Wow,
don't you say anything to Dick about it. I know. Yeah. So when did how old were you when you first saw your porn videos?
Oh God, when I was probably about 10.
So that's probably about the 5th grade, right? No. Yeah, probably about the same age as me. Yeah, probably about 5th grade. What about you, Rod?
I was kind of froze because like, what in the you're like
5th or 6th.
You're like, oh, okay, now I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I was in a seminary Catholic school. I don't even know what
Of course you were.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You probably saw it in the 1st grade. Yeah.
I think it was like one of our buddies at his house, like his parents had it too or whatever. It was like we were teenagers, like 14 or 15. He found their stash.
Well, that's funny. You don't think girls would do this, but I remember all my friends in the neighborhood, I had them come over and watch the video. I'm like, look at this shit. And one of my friends started gagging and had to go to the bathroom like she was going to throw up from watching porn. And it wasn't even that bad. Back then, porn wasn't that bad. I mean, it was, not like gross shit. Like all these men wanting women to gag and barf and all that shit. That's so gross.
I don't know about those videos. I've never seen.
Wait, what? I'll be back.
You get the freak section there.
No, and have you watched the Amy Schumer Netflix special?
Yeah, move along. Let's move along.
Todd tells me that like 6 times a day.
He's
Shannon, let's move along. Let's move along.
The next thing.
You didn't
No, I
answer.
was just trying to think of where it was.
Okay, she has way perverted mind.
Who does?
Amy.
I never
Amy
thought
Schumer?
Amy Schumer was that funny.
Oh,
Though.
yeah.
I don't think she's that
Oh, yeah.
funny when I seen her.
I mean, she's.
Well, it's not
She-
funny,
if-
she just,
That
like,
last stand-up was terrible.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was terrible.
Well, I think it's just a woman. I can relate to it more.
woman.
Yeah, I
thing,
can
for
relate
sure.
to
I
it.
do want to see the new Dave Chappelle what he has on Netflix though right now.
Oh, is it new?
pretty
Yeah,
tame,
it's
pretty
decent.
kind of-
I like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
Some of the clips
know
are
he-
on YouTube. It's pretty tame.
yeah.
Now.
Dave Chappelle is like an hour and a half for me.
Is it a new one from the original two that he come out?
This is a
Come
new
back
one.
with?
Sticks and Stones. It just came out like.
Oh, okay,
whatever.
right. So I don't think we watched the second of the two new ones.
Apparently, if you get
really?
offended easily, like I guess we were getting triggered.
Well, we can't watch it, Todd.
because it was like Vice, Vice.com or whatever like that. Everything said he went too far. Like people were getting
Oh
triggered.
dear God!
And everybody's like, everybody knows, like you got to see it. It is hilarious,
I read something about that because what was the big one in there that they were? I just saw something about that yesterday.
I know you made fun of like Jesse Smollett for what happened and some other stuff, and yeah.
See, I'm like, okay, maybe I think it's too far, but that's his occupation. It's like I'm not going to be offended by it. I might not think it's funny, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to be offended by it. Like people say stupid shit about women all the time. Well, not anymore because now they'll get like crucified. But back in the day,
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably watch that this weekend because
No, I'll tell you what though. Have you all watched Ellen DeGeneres'
Oh,
stand up? The new one that she's got
she has a
out.
new one. Is it on Netflix?
Yeah,
I haven't
watched
seen
on
it.
Netflix, right? Oh, it's freaking hilarious.
she's so funny.
She's so
Yeah.
she's so good.
I remember old stand up back in the day when it was like HBO comedy hour, comedy half hour. You would do
Mhm.
stuff.
But you get
Yeah,
some of
she-
the kind of the racier people on there. You got to dissociate the comedy from actual.
Right, exactly, yeah. And
Well,
now those poor comedians can't even really be comedians.
Once you see Bob Saget stand up, everything's all best.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're like, this is Mr. Full House, and he's doing
Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah, but see, like I know I cuss and I'm, but I don't do it to be funny. But like I think that comedians I think they show more talent when they don't have to be sexual or cuss every 5 words. I'm like, I think that's more talented because you don't have to put all that stuff in there to make it
Well,
controversial or.
I think it's a special way you do it. I mean, if it makes sense, like I guess there's some surveys that say people that cuss are actually more intelligent than some results they find.
Oh, I must just be off the
You're a
charts.
genius.
I think it's like, but there's a way you do it where you're not doing it every few minutes just to do it, like for a shock
Right.
value. It's like you work. Like George Carlin was awesome telling jokes, and he would cuss in his stuff when it accentuate points.
Right.
But it was at the right
Richard
time. The
Pryor
timing
was
happened.
Okay.
for points.
So I
Yeah,
watched a Tracy Morgan before he got hurt,
yeah.
one of his stand-ups, and he dropped the F-bomb every 5. So I was like, I can't even watch this. That's not even funny because it got in the way. Like he was just dropping. It didn't even make any sense. He'd be like, "Oh, fresh flyer, fuck it," whatever,
Yeah.
Like it's not even. It's not
Then you
even.
watch someone like Bernie Mac, who was like an artist at, doing. He's kind of like him and Samuel Jackson, probably the best two to ever use the F word.
Oh my God, I love Samuel L. Jackson. I love him.
Motherfucker snakes.
No,
Motherfucking
have you seen his thing on YouTube? It was like a recap of Game of Thrones, like seasons 1. Yes.
I've seen that. I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
And when I watched,
Oh
that,
my
when I watched
God.
that, maybe I do need to watch Game of Thrones because Samuel L. Jackson made it sound so good because it was like
Oh, you did?
It's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
it was
Well,
like
he was
Samuel-
talking about Snowfall, and I watched like kind of the first
Snowfall's
season,
the bomb, yeah.
and then
You
I
didn't
was,
watch the first season.
Well, I
though,
watched
so you
part
watched
of
a
it.
couple episodes.
and then I was like, "There's too many characters. I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up with these storylines." And he was like, "You have no room to talk. You've watched the Game of Thrones," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I watched it like 6 times."
Yeah.
Like,
So when she watched it, yeah, you had the detective guy that's kind of
And
doing
the airplane,
undercover.
like I never got his
Yeah.
story.
And then you had the Mexican cartel guy
Yeah.
and his girlfriend or whatever. You know, when it was all the
stuff being laid
now
off
though,
the-
it's not.
Yeah.
A lot of those aren't even in it that much anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
they still have.
I didn't understand what was going on.
It's not
So
much. Now you need
Yeah.
to go and watch because that's with that and Yellowstone are probably my two favorites right now.
You know,
Really?
interesting,
Snowfall's so good. Yeah.
an interesting movie I just watched when I was
I'd
laid
watch
up
it
for my
again.
wrist was the Tom Cruise movie. I think it was Made in America. That came out like a couple years ago. It's fucking really good. It's basically
Really.
see, I
really
don't really
like-
care for him.
well, he's a good actor. He does a good
He
storyline.
is, but
It was like he plays a guy because it's based on a true story. So he plays a guy that
Oh.
was a TWA pilot that ended up getting hired by the CIA to actually fly in drugs and stuff, be the connection between us and Nicaragua and Colombia and all
Oh,
that
I
stuff.
do want to watch that.
And then basically gets kind of, I'm not going to tell you what happens to him and stuff in it, but it's kind of like that movie like Jeremy Renner had done when he was like the investigative reporter. It was really good. So
I'll check it out.
pretty good though.
I remember seeing the promos for that.
What was the name of it?
Made in America.
I think it's Made in America or something.
Made in America. Okay.
Here.
I
Tom.
don't remember that one.
I don't either. I don't remember that one either.
It came out like in one of the summers or whatever. American Made is what it's called.
American
American
Made.
Made.
Yeah, 86% Rotten Tomatoes. It's pretty good.
So have either one of you all watched Yellowstone?
Yeah, I haven't watched this season though.
Well,
I like the last season. I like the last. I like the.
Oh, so
last-
you did watch the first season, right? I thought you
Oh,
said
yeah.
you hadn't watched any.
Oh
of
no,
it.
no, I watched the first season. I didn't watch.
Oh, okay, okay.
oh my
I've never
God.
watched any
The storylines are awesome in it.
Yeah, that's a
It's
really
the best
good one.
writing. Like
Yeah.
Beth, I love her. Because she
Yeah.
like will cut you. She is like, she makes men walk away with their tail between their legs. I love her and I hate her.
Yeah, but they make her like she's almost like a little too TV.
Oh, she's way too much.
Yeah,
She's
like,
way too much. But she's got a softness about her. There's something really bad happens to her and she gets softer.
Yeah, she
But-
knows how to work the guys on the show.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
she met that guy at the bar in the first season and he was hitting on her and she's like, "You look like a real soft fuck." Remember?
Yeah.
And then she had sex with her Rip, the guy that she's basically been in love with her whole life. And she's like,
Yeah.
"It's funny every time we have sex, I always remember your dick being bigger." Yeah. I mean, she's like, yeah,
She's brutal.
she is brutal, but
Yeah.
he still loves her and she still loves him. It's her defense mechanism.
Yeah, well, her dad pretty much saved Rip's life on there, pretty much, and
Oh yeah, this
Yeah,
last
right.
episode. Oh my God, I'm a.
don't tell me now because I haven't seen this.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you what
You didn't
happened.
cry?
No, I like teared up like
Oh,
3
you did? I
times.
thought you did probably.
But then
would.
I was like, always hold it back. But I can't like let one fall on my cheek, I always hold it back. But I'm like, motherfucker, I'm gonna cry. Hate it.
Oh, I miss Billy. I left to go walk the dogs. We ended up missing them there. He's gonna walk 6 dogs. That's a lot of dog walking.
Oh, he's so dedicated.
Have you watched Ballers yet, Todd, this week or Eric?
Oh, did it start now?
Started last Sunday.
Oh, it did. No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Dude, the first episode was pretty good, actually.
Oh, I love that
This
show.
is like the last season for it, though.
It is the last season.
Yeah, but even though I'm watching the NFL, like it has always like NFL lines that are in it and stuff. So you'll see it when you watch it, like what they're doing with The Rock now on it.
That was the one we watched.
I know.
Okay.
What season did we watch? Just the first season? Because we watched.
We watched like the first. Oh, so when we was in Tennessee, that was when we was on vacation, right? So I asked her. They're big like watching, streaming stuff or whatever. I was like, "You ever watch Ballers?" And her uncle was like, "No, I never have." I was like, "You should totally watch it. Like it's really good." We watched like the first season and a half in like one sitting. We was like there for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
If I was like dinner time, we're like, we'll get up.
Oh,
So I don't
that
know
was
if you ever
half-
finished it, but
We need to
That
go
is
back
bad.
so bad.
It's a half-hour episode, so that would go
right.
Right,
So I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't as bad as it
No,
sounded,
but like my family in Tennessee, like pretty much my whole family besides us and my dad, they're big, like especially them, they're just like big conservatives. And I got my beliefs. They're not all not conservative. I'm in the middle, but so we were watching something and we started watching Bruno.
Oh,
You ever seen that?
Yeah. I never watched that one, but I know.
They're like, yeah, they're like, they don't like gay people. They don't like whatever. And I got them to watch it. and his 90-year-old mom was there, and the part where it shows his penis and he's like dancing it around in a circle.
I haven't watched Bruno. I just know of it. Yeah.
Oh my God, he was full frontal, and he even had a landing strip.
What?
Yes, he had his pubic hair was in a landing strip.
It's so wrong, but
it's so wrong.
It's so funny though,
right? Bruno, Sasha Cohen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so wrong.
Yeah.
But like he comes out, he went to a hotel and he's like got his, he knows he's playing a prank on everybody, but nobody else, they don't
Nobody
know.
knows who he is.
So he's in a hotel room and him and his partner, his male partner, like, front to back, and they have handcuffs on. And so they lost the key and they called the front desk and like, come up here, and then they were trying to get him to do it. Well, they wouldn't. So finally they started walking out, and apparently, conveniently when they were walking down the sidewalk, it was like a anti-gay parade, talking about it. And they were walking down the sidewalk naked, like chained together. Oh my God, it was so funny. Oh, and then he went with the hunters.
Like
he went
camping
because he said he was gay, and he went to like a conversion therapy. And so he was like, what's the manliest thing I could do? And they're like, well, come here.
Preacher
And he
was like, go camping.
Yeah, so he went with
Go
these hunters. Oh my God. And so it's really funny, but they went to bed at night, and he knocked on this one guy's tent, and he was like, Donald, I think Michael's gay. Like, the bears came and took all of my clothes. All I've got left is these condoms. Can I come in your tent?
He's stark naked.
Yeah, stark naked. Yeah.
Trying to get into the guy's tent. And he's like, motherfucker, you better go on down there. I'm going to shoot your ass.
It's so funny. Yes. You need to watch it. It's so funny. And to sit there and see my conservative family sit there and watch it, because I'm thinking they're going to kick us out. Like, there's no way.
They were laughing.
Yeah.
Too, and surprisingly. And
then the 90-year-old mother was there, and she saw his penis going like this, and then it went straight ahead, with the little pee hole. And she turned to my aunt and said, well, I've seen everything now.
Yeah, she's like, I've seen it all now.
90 years old. I'm like, oh my God, so wrong.
I kept looking over, and she was just like shaking her head. Like, well, I don't know what's going on here, but
let me see here. Well, Dolly has said, Eric, you so crazy earlier. I don't know. You crazy?
Probably watched that video.
Yeah. She said her pop wouldn't allow her to play sports, said it was for dudes.
Oh, racist or sexist.
Eric said he rode the pine. You rode the pine? You weren't in there?
What's that mean?
He was on the
bench. I sat on the bench.
Funniest bench story.
For baseball?
Anything.
Mm-hmm. Our football team, we had a game one time, and so it was like a game, like a rain game. So you play in the rain, it gets muddy when you're playing football, right? So we were all like muddy from playing. It's like one of the guys on the team, he never got in, so his uniform was just crystal clear. So he ran and dove in a puddle before we got on the bus to come back. And we're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I can't come home." Like my dad didn't know I didn't play.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell no, I didn't get in the game if I don't have a speck of dirt on me.
That's horrible.
That is bad.
But back then, like their parents, you trying to.
It didn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's But yeah, that was probably the saddest thing I've ever seen someone to do that. But being it was high school, we still laughed, kind of. But
you didn't understand it was horrible.
There's no kind of about it.
You all didn't understand it was horrible.
What are you doing, man?
We were at a thing one time. We were on a business trip, and it was me and my boss, and we were talking. We were down in Florida, in Orlando, at one of the hotels there, and so we're out by the pool talking, and we're just talking like stories back in the day or whatever. And he went to an all boys school, and we're just talking about the different, stupid stuff we did as growing up as boys and all that kind of things. And he was telling a story about how they had one of the kids in the school that they would take and they would put him in a trash can, and then they would beat on the can. But it was like boys. It was like boys being boys back then. How
to the boys doing it.
Exactly. Well, so he's sitting there telling me about it, and there's a older guy next to us, right? Like he's like, we're like, I don't know. At the time, I think I was like 38 or whatever. My boss was like 32, 33 or whatever. But the guy next to us was like 70 years old, right? And so we're telling, and this guy gets up and he grabs his towel next to us, starts walking by. He just turns to my boss. He's just like, if I would have been that kid, I found you now, I'd whip your end. Starts blasting on my phone. Like,
damn.
And I'm like, damn, he must have been the kid in the can.
He must have been.
Yeah, that's right. He's the one getting stuffed.
Yeah, but you didn't realize that back then when you did.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just kind of comforting. When I got back to Austin, I'm like, oh, my boss was got his ass kicked by a 70-year-old.
Oh, it was the 70-year-old that did that.
70-year-old, yeah. He like
oh shit. He was harboring some feelings.
Oh, he had the resentment. Was so you think about like
flashbacks, big time.
They may be resenting that for so long. So I was like, man, I never put anybody in the trash can, but if I did anything like that, I apologize. But
I was always like chill, and I got bullied one time, and my mom was like, and I didn't want to go to school, and she's like, you go to school, and if they give you a hard time, you beat their ass, and if you don't, you know, that's your fault. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I don't want to get in no fight.
But
I'm like,
back then we grew up, it was like, well, fight back if somebody puts their hand on
and
you.
that's true. I mean,
that's right. Don't throw the first punch, but if somebody swings, then you better defend.
So like if they're bigger than you, then get a brick.
Yeah, kill him and go to jail for the rest of your life. Okay.
Self-defense.
Yeah. Oh, when I first moved in, when I was in New Jersey, one of the places we had moved to, there was like a fight between two kids. And everybody was wrapped around watching these two kids fight or whatever, like, including their parents and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of like, y'all need to go settle y'all differences or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was like I said, it was a whole different mentality back then. But back then you could spank your kids and nobody showed up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Okay, so when I was a kid, we had this girl that lived down the street, and she would basically bully my brother. The bus stop was at the foot of our driveway. Mm-hmm. She'd come down and hit my brother, and my brother would stand there and take it every damn day. She'd do that.
How old?
My brother would just stand there, and then finally,
how old?
High school. They were in high school. Yeah. I mean, my brother wasn't he wasn't like a big guy. She was a big girl.
Yeah.
She was a big girl. He wasn't a big guy. I mean, he was tall, but he was really thin. She was tall too, but he just kept taking it and taking it and taking it. And then finally my mom told him, she was like, you quit taking that shit. Next time she does that, you haul off and hit her. You know, not like beat the shit out of her, but hit her, make her stop, you know. And
one cuff upside the head and it should be enough.
Right, yeah.
You think twice about it.
And I agree. I'm just like, okay, a woman cannot beat the shit out of a man over and over and over, and she can't expect to be able to do that. And not like, I don't think he should pummel her, but he should show her that, okay, I'm the stronger one out of this. You need to stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think, and I know you all can't like be real verbal about it because you'll get beat shit out of you. Verbally beat. Everybody's like, no.
Like,
I was asking what age, because I know sometimes those when they're younger, sometimes a girl will do that because they like you or something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And she may have.
This was high school though, so
yeah.
Well, she may have, but that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
But
it's enough for you to be like, okay.
But it could be the lifestyle they may be used to as well.
And you're right. It totally could. But
they may think that.
But that's not the lifestyle we lived. So back up, bitch.
Yeah. So did you say anything or
what?
I know, like my friends that had sisters. Usually the sister would step in.
Well, I was 6 years younger than him. I was like 12 or younger than that, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was younger than that, but.
Well, at least it was like how we talked about last week. They got the Stone Cold Stunner put on them. But
what?
Wrestling move.
We talked about a story last week where it was a woman that pretty much pounded some beers like Stone Cold Steve Austin and then whip his ass. He had to hold her down till the police showed up. and then they both got arrested because then they would take her away. He tried to fight the police. It was just like,
oh my god, he tried to fight the police.
He was so drunk because he forgot.
Oh my god,
why they were even there.
We had elbow in it because it was in Florida. Elbows in Florida. He's like, of course it's Florida where this happened.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the Stone Cold Stunner. Hey, Alan Beer and Gaming. Cheers. I didn't see you in there, brother. Welcome. Another great channel there. And then Eric Gilbert said, pick at the classy, man. Keystone Sons.
Keystone.
Then we had Dad said, sorry, I'm an out, got responsibilities. He's like, sorry, back in. Got
and right here, brother. Right here.
Why is it?
Wow. Must be talking
about
about the porn.
Interesting
Yeah.
conversation.
He says I'm acting all innocent, so I just
Come on. Yeah.
I turn. That's all I do.
Alan, when was your first porn experience?
Oh boy, you're getting into.
Hey, Christina.
He's like,
welcome
I gotta go.
Christina from Miami. How is it out of Miami? Be safe down there in Miami. You guys got that storm coming your way, I think,
Oh.
right?
Hello,
Mhm.
Christina.
Yeah. Easy, Blue Eyes. Calm down.
Easy blue
Oh my
eyes.
God.
She's probably gone way gone.
Do you know how much fun we would have if I was going to come along? Eric, I would get you so laid. I would act like I wasn't even with you all, and I'd be like, that guy over there.
I think I might try that double too hard in here.
What'd he say?
He's gonna step away and get a beer.
Of course.
Double two.
No, I'm done. I'm done with beer.
Coming to a store near you. 11% ABV.
I hope it comes to a store near me.
Are you gonna go to Louisville this weekend? Check it out.
Yeah, I
I
think
need
I'm
one
gonna have
more.
to.
Uh-oh, she needs
Oh,
one
I
more.
like that. Yeah.
That's what I always tell Todd. I'm going to get a tattoo that says one more French fry, one more beer, one more glass of wine, one more TV show.
One more kid.
No,
Are you waving that so I can go get it?
please.
Please.
No more fucking kids. Well, if I had a kid, then we'd be divorced.
Yeah, there'd be issues there.
Yeah, because he can't have kids anymore.
But sometimes it don't take.
I know. But I told him, I'm like, if that ever happened, I would give you a paternity test like that. Like,
But what about
like I would.
you find out these doctors are faking it? They're like these women that want to have kids, and they want to put their eggs and stuff in. And they're supposed to be, with their husbands, but the doctors have been using their own sperm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've seen that shit. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. That's some
Wasn't there a was that a documentary or something on something like that? Maybe there's a TV show or something.
It's a TV show about like all my sisters or all my brothers, or I know what you're talking
where the
about.
doctors were like donating instead. They're using
They're
doctors
using their
or
own,
whatever.
like,
Yeah.
It'd be a house special.
Yeah, like the one doctor had like 100 kids or something like that because he was using his own every time instead.
Okay, so you guys have lost weight.
Alan agrees as well.
Oh, well, I get it because you're a man. Like, I can relate to that.
No, but he says her first couple of specials, she was funny.
Yeah,
the last three.
I agree. This
Yeah,
last
I
one
agree
was
with
terrible. This last one was terrible. I thought it was their worst one.
I mean, and you get to think however you want to.
No, I know, but I agree with him because
Yeah,
the first
that's
couple I thought
fine.
were great.
I thought
she
it was funny,
but
but-
the last one was just.
And
It was too feminist. I think.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Was-
periods and tampons and shit. Like, no, don't do
You're
that.
right. Yeah, I get that.
We're gonna
I
do something
get it. I
funny.
get it.
And
That's
then
fine.
Alan says people that say Chappelle isn't funny don't know comedy.
That's
You're
right.
right. Yeah, I agree
Chappelle's
with
pretty
that, too.
funny, yeah. But
Chappelle's.
again, people have different levels of what they like.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
different.
he's pretty damn funny.
Chappelle show is great.
Yeah. Like Andrew, like, I was talking about the whole cussing thing, which,
Yeah.
I don't throw stones at glass houses or whatever, but Andrew Dice Clay, like, he was not that talented because it was just like, he was shock value,
He was just
Like
shock value. Yeah.
back in the day, that's how I felt about Howard Stern. Now I like Howard Stern.
Yeah.
But he was like that back.
Well, but he's
Yeah.
He's more mellow now. David Stern's more mellow.
other stuff now.
Yeah.
Would you say
David Stern- or what's
Did
it?
you ever watch the show
Oh.
Rescue Me?
Howard Stern is much more mellow. No, I haven't.
Yeah, now as he got older, I haven't watched that rest of me.
Oh, it's old, but it's really good. It's a fire department show.
Dennis Leary.
I said
Yeah.
David Stern. I meant-
Dennis Leary, yeah.
Dennis Leary had good stand up when he did it for a while.
Yeah.
But Eddie Murphy's about to stand up again, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Where has he been the
What?
last
Did you
30
say
years?
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, he's going back about to do stand up after his movie. His movie's coming out here next month.
Really?
He's going back to stand up on some stuff. So
Oh,
He's
wow.
been the last freaking 20, 30
he said he
years.
was going to do it. Well, he's taking care of his kids, man. Once his kids were adults, he was going to come back out and do it. So
All right.
Okay, so back to the weight loss thing. Are either one of you all doing keto? Like,
nah, I just cut carbs when I don't want to eat. I just try to lay off of that when I can.
well, that's kind of the keto thing. Like,
I mean, I don't have anything I attract. I just, if I have a steak, I like to have a steak at like festivals rather than steak festivals.
well, and because that's what my best friend made me watch this documentary on Netflix called The Magic Pill, and it basically is talking about how if we went back to the way it was like you eat what the ground makes, or you eat meat that's raised from, the cows or whatever, like hunting and gathering.
Grass fed or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, because I'm going to Jamaica, and then we'll both be in a 20-something-year-old's wedding. Maybe they might be 30 by then, but
Not in Jamaica, but
no, 2 different events. But I'm like, I'm gonna have to lose some weight.
Well, there's people doing their beer fasting diets down too that are losing weight. Just drink beer only for like a month. Like
the guy in Ohio did that, didn't he?
Yeah, the guy here, 50 Weston, but other people are doing it and losing like certain weight too. Because
they're not eating though; they're just drinking beer, right?
Just drinking beer. Because remember, there was a time when prisoners would just be fed beer for the nutrient value, and it wouldn't be food. You could lose weight and get on.
Whose chair is squeaking?
That's this one here, mine.
What are you doing? Jerking off?
Oh God!
Wow!
Shots fired.
It's squeaking a lot. It's squeaking a lot.
It's just squeaking. He's got to work out that left hand.
Look at him. I'm sorry.
That wine is going down easy.
It always does.
Dolly says, love Carol Burnett. My auntie found it out.
Oh, Carol Burnett. Yeah, she's funny.
Love the old lady, Mama from Mama's Family.
Oh my God! Yes, my mom loved Mom. And Ernest, remember Ernest?
That was Vicky. What you call?
Vicky Lawrence.
Yeah, she was so funny.
And then Fishing with Christina says, have you seen a Carol Burnett one where they got the copy Going with the Wind? Oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing. I've seen that one.
Oh my God, I didn't.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite movie ever is Gone with the Wind.
And then I had to see it. Christina sounds hysterical. I didn't remember seeing that one. Oh, Benny Hill was another one though. I love it.
Benny Hill, I remember Benny Hill was on like channel. It was on like channel 3 or Wave or whatever, NBC. You used to have like nudity and stuff like after midnight. It was like show tits and shit on there, right?
Yeah, after midnight.
Yeah.
Really? NBC?
Yes, like late night. Like
I think I
remember coming home and be like, they'd be running around real fast and shit, Benny Hill style.
You would catch
They'd be like titties and stuff flopping around.
Titties.
And
titties.
All that stuff, they have more.
Well, that was.
Anyway, and the operator, Carol Burnett was the operator. She used to say "ringy dingy." So
these are really good.
Ringy dingy.
Where'd you get these?
Yeah. Dolly said, "Never heard of Benny Hill, but I used to watch Are You Being Served and Keeping Up with the Appearances." Are You Being Served was pretty funny. I used to watch that.
I remember that one.
That was another one out of BBC. But Benny Hill was awesome. And Christina says, "How was the wireless set? At Morno."
I'm surprised Christina's still on after my little comment to her.
Gilbert said, "That story sounds similar to my father. I watch Monty Python right over their heads." I used to love Monty Python. I mean,
I've never seen
Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is great.
I don't remember that.
Life of Brian.
I never seen Monty Python.
You never seen Holy Grail?
Mm-mm.
Never.
Oh man.
Never ever. No.
I mean, I don't know how But then again, I told guys today at work, we were talking about movies, and I was like, I never watched. Well, first I told him I never watched Saving Private Ryan, which I haven't.
Oh my God!
That's a good movie.
That was the impression I came across from a lot of people, and then I said, no, and I never watched Top Gun.
Yeah.
People off guard too, but like I've seen scenes from Top Gun. I just never sat and watched it.
You're not. I mean, it's all right.
You're not really.
I saw scenes.
I mean, it's good. It is a good movie, but you need to watch Saving Private Ryan first.
What about Forrest Gump? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I've seen it before. I love Forrest Gump.
Shut up.
It's
all right.
And they're like, "How do you not see Private Ryan? It's on like every Memorial Day or something." I just never sat down and watched it. I mean, I've seen parts of it. I think that was when he got his ass blown off or something happened, or it might have been.
We can't tell you unless you need to get your heart broken like everybody else.
He doesn't make it, so it's a waste at the end.
No, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
Well, the only thing that'll break your
It's
heart.
not exactly about him making it or not. It's about his story of his family.
Brothers all died. They gotta get him on.
So what? Didn't ABC actually do the unedited version, and they got like fined by the FCC by doing that at one point?
Of Private Ryan?
That sounds about right.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because they wanted people to be like, "Hey, this is the stuff that really happened." So they did an unedited.
It does. That was.
Don't do it. You're gonna get don't do it.
Now that you say that, Eric, yeah, I think you're right. I think they did do that.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't know if that was ABC though. That's Disney owned. So I don't know if they would do that or not.
New Top Gun movie about to come out next year.
Oh God.
I mean, Top Gun was good, like his friendship with his friend and all that. But
I saw like the whole thing in the cockpit, and when Anthony
Maverick and
Anthony Edwards dies and all that
Goose.
stuff.
Goose. Yeah.
And so I just never sat there and watched it from start to end.
And Take My Breath Away, that's the song that came from that movie.
Yeah.
That's a really good song.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know how well
Top
that
Gun?
would, if that would actually hold up.
I mean, I'm sure it's good because it pulls at your emotions for that
Highway
relationship.
Well, the one song you mentioned, but it was really Kenny Loggins was the big song out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Loggins rocks.
Actually, that whole the
soundtrack. The soundtrack was really good.
For the most part.
Yeah. Dolly said, "Beat him with love." I think that's going back to the comments about your brother, like we're getting beat up. Girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, he was beating. He was beating her, but
no,
she was beating him.
I know. Yeah.
She might liked him and beating him with love is what Ollie was saying.
Mm-hmm.
He might have. She might have, but like, wow.
Yeah.
Man can only take so much. I was proud of him for taking as much as he did, honestly. Now looking back.
Yeah. And then Dolly, I watched Christina's video. She said, "Thank you." Dolly, that doesn't make sense. Eddie Murphy blows. You haven't seen Eddie Murphy.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
so one of my most
You can't watch Delirious and say he blows.
one of my most my favorite movie of Eddie Murphy's was when I was a kid. Boomerang. Boomerang.
I thought you would say Pluto Nash for sure.
No. I don't even know that movie.
Everyone knows Scott.
Right.
Boomerang was a good movie. That was
yes, with Robin Givens
yeah.
was it Halle Berry back in the day?
Yeah, Halle Berry. That's what we got to coordinate.
Yeah, because she was real sweet and innocent, and Robin Givens was like this sexy, And then he always went for her, and then he was like, I want that sweet girl.
That was David Allen Greer's dad. You got to coordinate. Jonathan Witherspoon. He's like, bang, bang, bang. Get the matching jacket to the belt, to the pants, everything. You got to coordinate.
I've been shot at. The bus flipped over 15 times and my Porsche blew up.
But you also had to like 48 hours too, though.
48 Hours is good. Beverly Hills Cop was good. They're making
no. Beverly Hills Cop.
No, what my favorite movie was with Lawrence. What's his name?
Fishburne?
No, the one that used to have the Hey Gina TV show.
Martin
Lawrence. And it was like
Bad Boys.
No, it was a different one, and he was getting robbed. Remember, it was like Nothing to Lose.
Oh, Nothing to Lose.
Nothing to Lose.
Tim Robbins.
He came home and his wife had been fucking around on him.
Eddie Murphy movies. Now you're Martin Lawrence.
I know.
She just
I know, but
flip the script on you.
I was thinking because I never laughed so hard because he came home and his wife was screwing around on him, and he got in a car and he was driving off.
Yeah.
Who was? It wasn't Martin. Martin Lawrence was the robber. Yeah, Tim Robbins. He was driving off. Martin Lawrence got in the car and he's like, drive. And he's like, you have no idea who you just got in the car with. Because he's just saw his wife cheat and he's like, I don't fucking care. And he's like driving and Martin Lawrence is like, slow down, you're going to kill us.
Doing the Martin Lawrence scream.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I never laughed so hard.
That was a funny one that they did.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it was so good.
Still not sure I went from Eddie Murphy to Martin Lawrence.
I don't either. Well, my favorite movies. I was thinking of my favorite movies.
Beer does have carbs, but I choose where my carbs are at. So yeah.
Well, that's what I was good. I can drink.
Carbs, that is limit carbs.
I can drink vodka and Crystal Light. 0 carbs.
For what?
Well,
so I can get drunk if I'm doing Atkins. So.
When I used to work out.
Keto thing?
Yeah.
When I used to work out to cut weight, I checked the most popular drinks. It was actually Southern Comfort and lemonade.
Really? I don't like whiskey or bourbon. I don't like any of those dark ones.
Oh, see, that was good to go.
No.
Vodka is pretty good though
I like vodka, then rum, then tequila. I don't do the dark ones. I don't like
You like rum? You just like pineapple rum, though.
Maybe. I don't drink it that much.
Those out Mother Goose. I fucked up that Dice Clay.
You fucked Mother Goose?
That was
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh.
The nursery rhymes. Yeah.
Hickory dickory dock.
I don't remember that.
Hey.
They were classic. They were classic. Little, what is it? Red Rover, come over.
Little boy blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
He needed the money. Oh,
Hey.
oh. And the old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard. Something. And Rover took over.
Yeah. That's what it was exactly.
Yeah.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her dog a bone. When old Mother Hubbard bent over, Rover took over or something and gave her a bone of her. Of his own.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes, I do remember that. Eric, you haven't spoke for a while. What knot's going on?
Chatting up over here.
What not? They didn't even use it right.
What knot's going on?
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
What knot? What knot's going on in the kitty corner?
The actual use would be, so what's going on and whatnot?
Yes.
There you go. Yes.
In the kitty corner.
Come on.
Oh God, Todd.
It's not my fault. They're the one that begged you to come on.
They did not beg me.
They kind of did.
College football kickoff for me.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You're out.
College football, I'm out.
Gilbert says he was named after a Monty Python skit.
Oh, that would be awesome. I wish I was named after.
Yeah, really. What one was that?
And then Dolly said, love the movie Wild Hogs with Martin Lawrence. I like the nerd with the glasses.
I don't remember
Wild
that
Hogs
one.
is pretty good.
I don't remember
That's
that
with Tim Allen.
Oh,
And
yeah, Wild Hogs, yeah.
Homie the Clown and Jim Carrey. Talking about living
Homie the Clown. Yeah, Homie the Clown is good.
Oh my God.
Homie the clown.
Homie, don't play that.
Doesn't mess around.
Maybe.
I can't even make it past.
When he started speeding up when he was talking.
You get real fast.
Oh, I love that Christmas skit. Oh my God, I laughed.
Just bop him on the head with a thing of socks.
Okay, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh.
Oh,
I think we did this before.
We just did this last week, I think.
It wasn't
didn't we?
like it was a couple because we were all arguing over what a Christmas movie is, and we went to like the Bruce Will. Okay, forget it.
Yeah, we did a Christmas movie one.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
But what's
Yeah.
what's your favorite?
Just regular.
Because I was like Elf, and you
Yeah.
were like Christmas Story.
No.
No, what's the one with the
Christmas
shoot you in the
Vacation.
guy with the eight? Oh, yeah, mine's Elf for sure. I love Elf.
What's your favorite action movie?
Last Action Hero.
God, action movie.
Like Judge Dredd.
That's a tough one. There. Yeah, Judge Dredd. That's a hard one there.
Eric
I can't really even think of very many action movies.
Monty Python skit. Eric the Half-B.
Eric the Half. Okay.
Action movies, really? Like Schwarzenegger's. You got Sylvester Stallone. You got
Man.
Will Smith. I
Yeah.
like him. I like Will Smith in Aliens. Was it Aliens? No, the day
Independence Day. I think.
Independence Day. I like that one. The first movie Todd and I, our first date was to go see Men in Black.
I like Predator.
Really?
Predator's a good action movie. Yeah. Let's get a lot of good people in there. Schwarzenegger. You got Jesse.
I mean, but Schwarzenegger, Rambo, they're not really good actors. They're just like
It's
action
an
guys.
movie. You don't have to act. It's action.
But wouldn't it be great if you could find an action?
Jesse
Bruce Willis, he could do both. Bruce Willis could do both.
Shirts that say "I ain't got time to bleed." That's how powerful of a line it was.
That was the writers. That wasn't the actor.
That's the action.
Time to bleed. Yeah, I remember that. I ain't got.
You got to get to the chopper from Schwarzenegger.
I did like no. What was the one with Eraser? Eraser. I like that one with Vanessa Williams.
Williams, yeah.
I did like that one.
Yeah,
How do you like Terminator?
I mean, I don't think I really paid that much attention to Terminator.
Oh, Terminator was pretty good. He's looking around. I'll be back. He comes in and crashes into the police station and he gets dimensions and everything.
But you know, you say Bruce, or you say Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. I don't think they're great actors. They're just action guys.
Yeah,
but Bruce Willis does both, and I think he's a good actor.
He's a good actor. Stallone does all right. Stallone did great acting in Rocky. That's why he got the Oscar in Rocky.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That was when he wasn't even really an actor.
Yeah.
Dolly said, going to 60
No, Gone in 60 Seconds.
But then she said, I live in
Expendables.
If you never seen Seven Psychopaths, that is actually a great movie.
I haven't seen
I
that.
ever watched that. Oh, no. What's the one where the race? Baby. Wasn't it the name of it?
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver.
She says, hey, Bruce Willis, fudge him.
Come on, man. Oh.
No, I'm just saying compared to Sylvester Stallone and
Apocalypse was a great movie. Apocalypse.
Have you all ever seen Baby Driver?
No, I've seen his previews. I haven't watched it.
Okay, well then
it's pretty
yes,
good.
no, it is so good.
Tiger's actually a pretty good one. Action movie.
Crouching Tiger, yes.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just not big on subtitles.
I had a friend that got mad. One time he went to go see it, and he was like, he liked the action. He said, but then he keep reading subtitles. He felt like
you can't do both.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah,
actually can, Shannon.
I can't because I want to read, but you can't read and watch at the same time. It's like you're missing something. If you're watching, you're missing the words. If you're reading the words, you're missing the picture.
The multitasking.
Well,
what do you think of?
I'm an all or in.
Usually subtitle movies, though, there's not a lot going on when you're reading.
I'm an all or nothing girl. I got to devote.
One read, one look. Got 2 hours.
No. Nope.
What about The Last Samurai?
Last Samurai is a good one. Yeah,
that's Tom Cruise.
And then anything with Bruce Lee, Dolly says. Which
you're going old school there.
Was it The Raven?
Oh, you're talking about The Crow. That was a good one.
The Crow, yeah.
That was
Bruce Lee's son, wasn't it?
It was a good movie, but I just remember when I saw it.
It was good.
It rained all the time, Shannon.
I was like I was 16, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Just 11.
Mm-hmm.
Was that an action movie, though?
More of a drama type thing, I guess, but
that's a really good movie, though.
Baby Driver's what I pick.
Kill Bill 1 and 2, as Dolly said. Paul's in the house. Welcome, Paul.
What's up, Paul?
I liked
300.
Fight Club.
300.
I liked Fight Club.
Fight Club's a good one.
Fight Club's good.
Yeah.
300 was good too.
300 was good.
What's the one with Russell Crowe in the arena? Gladiator? Yes, that was a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. There's so many like action though. It's really good.
Yeah.
Hard to pick one.
Russell Crowe.
One I can't think of for one on the top of my head.
The Val Kilmer route now with getting older and fat. So.
Ron. Oh,
it's empty. Nothing to worry about there. Not like last time.
So neither one of you watched Yellowstone. Well, you watched the first season.
Have you seen Tombstone?
Oh, that's one of his favorite movies.
One of my favorites.
That's one really good action.
That's a good classic.
I watch that anytime that's on at all. But
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction, that's a really good one too. Not really as much action, I guess. It's just a lot of killing, maybe. But
that's action. That's action.
That's kind of that's kind of in the middle of drama action, I guess.
I like the Outlaw Jesse James too.
Oh, that is a good movie. I forgot about that one. That's a good one as well. 89 Mattel in the house. What's going on? Welcome, brother. 89 Mattel does a lot of stuff with the Mattel cars.
You never seen the Outlaw Jesse James, Shannon?
I don't think I have.
If you like westerns, you should see the Outlaw Jesse James.
What about the what's the ones with shit. It was the one that played on 2.5 Minutes. Charlie Sheen's brothers that did the Western
Young Guns.
Young Guns, yes. Those were pretty were good. Yeah.
Yeah, Young Guns.
Oh no, like Todd, like I would always like, what's your favorite? I would always ask him a question. He's like, I don't know. Because I like to pick his brain, but like his favorite movies, it was always Tombstone or Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
Those were his top two.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
My favorite's Forrest Gump. I could watch that over and over and over and over.
Forrest Gump.
I appreciate it more than I did when I was younger. Like,
and Back to the Future, I can watch the first one.
I don't think I've ever watched Back to the Future.
And, another one that's one of my favorites that I watch every time I see it on is Remember the Titans.
Yes.
You can't stop when you watch certain Remember
I
Titans.
mean, I've watched that thing
Or
about
radio,
1,000 times. Radio's good.
Radio's
too.
good,
Remember
yeah.
Titans? Like, ever seen him? Like,
Radio
I
gets
ain't
you
watching nothing else.
Radio gets you a little teared up as well. I can remember
Yeah.
Titans. You're right.
And I hate sports. I hate sports, but I love movies about sports.
Well, that's so much more about sports. Remember the Titans.
And that's what I told Tom. Like, if I knew about all these players, like if he watches sports and I knew all these kids' stories, I would love sports. I'd be rooting for them.
You the captain, like attitude reflects leadership.
Right. Yes. But then I get mad at him because he's like, I'm a fan, and then he just sits there and talks shit about him for an hour and a half. And I'm like, these are kids trying their best, and all you're doing is screaming and yelling at them. Like, you're putting too much pressure on them.
They can hear me.
But they know, they can feel it, because I'm sure not the only one.
Gran Torino, that's a good movie too.
Gran Torino. Gran Torino was awesome.
Yes, that was Clint Eastwood. Is like, he's such a good actor. We watched The Mule. It was good, but it wasn't like
it wasn't Gran Torino.
No, it was not Gran Torino.
And if you go into it thinking it is, you'll be disappointed.
Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood.
Unforgiven's
I don't
good.
remember that one.
That's an
You never
old
hit
one.
him? Morgan Freeman? That's
a West.
You don't know about Westerns, then.
Maybe I don't.
Watch The Outlaw Jesse James. That's a good Western. Very good Western.
Is that one of the motherfuckers that tried to kill me?
No.
What is it?
I am telling you, I'm fucking 41 years old, and this bug came into my house. I've never seen it.
Is it a cricket?
No, it looked like a wasp, but it had a tail that was like 3 inches long. Am I lying?
No, you're not.
Like, I looked, and I'm not like afraid of bugs. Like, I'm okay with bugs. I really am. But I looked down, I let the dogs in, and we have a fan on our deck, and there's a spider. He keeps building spider webs, and he didn't have any food in his web. So like, I'm gonna leave the light on so that bugs will come and he can have some food. And then so the dogs came up, turned the light. I looked down, I had this animal on my shirt, and I screamed and pissed myself. And this thing was
Did you really?
A little bit. This thing was like 6 inches long. I'm 41 years old.
It wasn't that long.
I looked it up. His tail was 4 inches. He was probably 2.
Well, that's not 6 inches.
4 and 2 is 6.
That's
6.
pretty. Yes, good job.
What was it?
It was called a mega. I looked it up.
It was some kind of wasp,
Yeah, it's a wasp, and they're very, very harmless.
and it had a tail. It did have like a long,
The longest. I looked
tail
down.
on it, but it wasn't that long. But it was maybe 3 inches.
Okay, 3, 4, whatever. It looked like 18
6,
when it was
3,
on my
4.
shirt. It looked like 18, but you know,
Hey, if a woman's giving extra inches,
it was scary.
Right. I take all. Yeah, take
It
all
was
you can get.
really
There you go,
scary.
you can get it, Todd.
Be happy with that. Yes.
Yeah. So how big was it?
8 inches.
That's right. Motherfucker was trying to kill me.
That's right. Kill you.
I'm gonna say it was a mega something, and mega means big.
the Dolly said the good, the bad, the ugly.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's an oldie.
You never see that old Clint Eastwood?
Uh-uh.
Josie Wales, good Clint Eastwood movie. And High Plains Drifters, another good Clint Eastwood movie. And there was another one too. What was the other one he was? Can't remember offhand right now, but Clint Eastwood has some great westerns.
Mm-hmm.
But you all need to really watch Baby Driver. I mean, it's like it's got a good
He
story.
needs to put the headset in so he can drive, right?
Yes, because
Mhm.
he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I
It's
mean,
like a getaway driver.
it's a good story. It's a very good story, and it's very action packed.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx and this one
John-
played in Mad Men, John Hamm.
John Hamm. Oh, and it's got the hottest girl you will ever see. I promise you that. She was hot as hell. You don't even remember her, do
Yeah,
you?
no, I do.
No, she's hot. She's like some kind of
I
Hispanic
think they're
girl.
making a part 2 of that one.
And like the guy, the driver, he like lives with this deaf guy, or was he deaf? I think
I don't remember.
it was deaf.
Might have been.
And he's just trying to, and it's got Kevin Spacey in it,
Yeah.
and he's trying to
Oh,
like
yeah.
pay his debt off so he can live his life.
He won't be in the
What?
sequel.
No, he won't be in the sequel.
No, of
He
course
won't be
won't.
anything
No.
anymore at all.
But you know what? Like, I might piss some people off with this, but like, I understand why women don't come forward with things at the time. I totally get that. Because I could probably own UPS at this point. Like, if I came out with all the shit all these fucking perverted men did to me when I was 19 years old, I could probably own it. I couldn't, but I couldn't own it, but I could ruin some men, you know. But that was just, they could get away with that. That's how they were raised. They thought they could get away with that. Now that everybody's realizing, like, that's not right, they shouldn't be able to get away with that. But that's kind of how they were taught. You know, it was the culture, and it was just like they thought it was okay. You know what I'm saying? And there's a line. Like, I never was like assaulted or anything like that, but you know, I think there's a fine line, and I don't think everybody should just believe somebody. I don't think a man should be ruined because a girl says something. I think he should be looked into, and I think he should be investigated, and I think it should, but I don't think it's fair. And I feel like a feminist, but I don't think it's fair
What do you think of the double standard? Like, because some women do stuff and then they get away with it on some of the men as well that they try to say stuff.
Oh, they do. And I get that. I totally agree with that. But women have been living with that double standard for their whole life. Like, men can get away with way more than a woman can, but that's not men's fault. Right. I don't feel like that's now, up to this point, now going forward, it will be their fault. But from the past, they were brought up to believe that's they could get away with, and they were not taught that was wrong. And now we are teaching them that it's wrong.
Is there a time frame where so much time has gone by, then it's too late?
No, it depends on the offense. Like if somebody molested a child when they were. No,
I'm not talking about children. I'm talking like Bill Cosby, for instance. All these women come out 40 years later. The guy's 80 years old or whatever. It's like,
I feel like a grown. Like
no, but I mean,
I know what you're saying.
I'm not trying to start.
No, and I know you're not. But and I might agree with you here because I think they were grown ass women.
Then
yes, if it happened when you're a grown ass woman, but I wasn't a woman then either.
No, but
I don't. I'm not
40
gonna,
years ago,
right?
You can go
but
by.
I'm not going to pretend to know what they're going through because I didn't.
No,
but I also feel like if you're a grown ass woman, if I'm 40 years old when it happens. I feel like when you're 40, you can be like, okay, this is right or wrong. I can stay here to enrich my career, or I can leave it behind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, and I hate to say that because I feel like I'm a feminist, but I'm also like a humanist. I'm like, men have rights too.
Yeah, you're right.
You know? And Bill Cosby was probably raised that way. You know, he probably thought,
I mean, if he
I have money.
Drugging, that's wrong. But
yeah, if he drugged
40
him.
years later,
if he fucking drugged him, that's a different story.
That's the problem. 40 years later.
Yeah.
How you go back 40 years and everybody know anything?
Now, if a motherfucker drugged me, I'll go back 40 fucking years and I will take his ass down if I get brave because it's hard when you're one person.
Now, apparently.
Yeah, but if it was if it was just me, but then it's power in numbers. Like if he did it to me, I feel bad.
Yeah,
but then when I see 6 other women that had the same experience, there's a problem and I need to stop him.
Yeah, that's what usually seems to happen. A lot of them out when there's more numbers.
It's in numbers for sure.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with him, was for sure. I'm not saying he was good at right or wrong.
Right.
I'm just
and
saying,
if
like,
somebody
so much time goes by, is it right to go back in his 20s
and I don't think right and wrong is
serve the time now that, I mean, he went on and did some great things since then, you know.
And I don't think
kind of help like youth and stuff at that point. It's like, okay.
But right and wrong isn't black and white.
Not that he was a terrible person.
No,
he's probably bad things.
Right.
You know?
Lots of good people do bad things.
That's true. That's true.
Lots of good people do bad things.
But I mean, my question is, I guess, is there a certain point in time where
I don't think it can be that black.
Can you go back 40 years and like, okay, you did this.
If some motherfucker drugged me, I'll go back 100 years. If he drugged me, yeah.
Come on, if you wanted to be 100 years and do that, good for you.
Yeah. If he drugged me, then that is the wrongest of wrong.
No, I'm not saying he should or shouldn't be punished.
Well, I know you're not. But
right.
Yeah.
Well, he drugged.
I'm just wondering, like, in the opinion of everybody's like, how is there a certain time?
If you took away my ability to exit the situation or to do something about the situation, and maybe they could, maybe they couldn't, whether they were drugged or not, I don't know. But if you took that, you have no fucking say in anything.
Right? No, and I agree with what he did was completely wrong and terrible. So much time has gone by. It's like I feel like at this point in time he became famous, and now people are just out to get his.
And there's probably some truth to that. There is probably some truth.
So it's kind of a fine line as to whether.
Well, it's not
why
easy
they're actually getting it. Yeah, I mean it's a hard.
Not easy for them to come forward on it.
Right.
Well,
and it does take place, which is what happened in this case.
Well, that's how. Yeah. Really, that's how it goes. It's like you know who I am. I'm Bill Cosby, and constantly doing it over and over and over and over.
Yeah. But he was also probably led to believe that was okay.
Oh, I'm sure.
That might have been. I don't know if he's led to believe it was okay.
Not the drugging, but to think I can get away with this.
Back then, I didn't think there was anything wrong.
Well, I got away with it once. How far can I take this?
Right, yeah. Right. These bitches are going to keep quiet because I'll ruin them if they don't.
Well, it was a different time.
I was thinking Bill Cosby
did 60s, 70s then, so. Yeah.
Like he didn't create the casting couch. The couch, everybody knew about.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Right, yeah.
But if he did something like that, that's totally different as well. So.
Right.
Yeah. Like Hugh Hefner. I think a lot of stuff came out of Hugh Hefner was some of the stuff he did as well too. But
Hugh Hefner,
he didn't get attacked a lot like some of the other people.
You're right. Yeah.
So,
yeah, he should.
Yeah.
But it's a little different because
even like Epstein's not getting attacked as much as Bill Cosby, and he was doing like little kids. Like
he's dead, isn't he? He's dead.
Well, Epstein's dead now, but even before that, no, not Epstein. Yeah, Epstein was the one doing the child thing. Who's the other guy? Harvey Weinstein. He's another one. That's doing some stuff too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But
he's got power in Hollywood.
Oh, he has people in their
pockets. Who gives a shit?
He probably has names and stuff. Epstein, I think, had names too. I don't know. My personal opinion, I don't think he committed suicide. I think he was.
I don't think he did either. But
it was funny because he named a couple people. Well, he didn't. The accuser named a couple of people like 2 days before it happened to him. Like one of them was Bill Richardson, who was like the Democratic governor out in Nevada or whatever. And then another one was another Republican person as well. But she was starting to name names of people out there. Right. He could collaborate it. All of a sudden, he's off a watch. Guards are visiting like they're supposed to, and he ends up dead in the cell.
Oh, yeah. He didn't do it. There's they fucking hushed his ass up.
Yeah. So.
Now he takes everything to his grave, unfortunately.
Well, unless they find some books or journal, they find some information. I mean, but
maybe he talked before he died, and we just don't know it.
We don't know, yeah, but
and maybe there's going to be a big cover up, like with everything else.
It could happen.
We'll never know.
Well, guys, I'm going to take off here. It's 12:15. I got to get up. I got to work in the morning, unlike you guys.
Oh, unlike us.
I got to work in the morning. I'll probably get up before you do.
You probably will.
I want to talk to you about so I had a date.
I got to talk about that another time, Shannon.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
I'm 42, Shannon. All right, give me a break.
Okay, I have one question. How did you meet her? It's okay if you met her online.
Through Match.
Through Match?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you had to talk, and you're a Virgo.
I was a chatterbox.
I might have 6 beers on my first date.
You guys were sharing zodiac signs? They still do that?
Yeah. No, he doesn't. You don't know what she was, though. No.
I haven't seen the video yet. I'm just saying, yeah.
You got to watch it. You'll laugh your ass off, dude. You will.
Okay.
He's a Virgo. Todd's a Virgo.
Oh, Todd's a Virgo. What are you?
Todd's a Virgo.
What are you, Shannon?
I'm a Sagittarius. I'm the most fun sign of the whole zodiac.
I don't know about that, but
I am. I'm free and I love everybody and I like to learn.
We'll have to call Miss Cleo and find out.
I probably totally would call Miss Cleo. Totally call her.
Miss Cleo.
I haven't heard that in a while.
I could probably be Miss Cleo.
Well, Dolly did give you another thumbs up there for sure. So.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
But then we're gonna have to give a strike to Dolly as well because he said men have no rights fuzzing him. So I'm gonna take that.
Well,
point away.
hey, we've not had any rights for a long time. So just saying. Let's see how it feels.
I'm a black man in America, Shannon. We had to fight too.
I know you did. You're right, Rod. You're right. All these fucking white men.
Yes, Todd and Eric.
Yes.
Wait,
These
what?
fucking white men.
All right, it's getting late. We gotta go.
Jesus, guys, see ya.
Rod, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But before Eric leaves, of course, we have to turn it over to him.
Oh, I love this.
Hey, Shannon.
Oh, I love them pretty blue peepers.
All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You had too much of these.
Quit looking at me, Eric.
Quit interrupting. Start over.
All right, guys, if you had too much to
He
drink,
muted me.
Stop.
I'm not going to say anything. I promise I won't. I promise.
This is the
Good
first.
God.
this is the first. This is the first. Can I continue now?
Yes, please go.
I'm looking at his eyes.
Hey, Eric, before you go, Dolly has something to say. Hey, Eric, before you go, Dolly had.
That finger stuck somewhere.
Get it stuck wherever you want. Stick it, Eric.
All right, guys. All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. It's stupid to drive home drunk, because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid-ass sobriety test. Then you get a free ride to jail. Then you have court fees and impossible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends and put yourself 6 feet under, okay? Just sleep off your buds, get your car the next day. Take this phone, download Uber or Lyft, or have the phone number ready to call a cab, because in this day and age, it's stupid to drive home drunk because you have thousands upon thousands of dollars in court costs, and it's stupid to do it. And if I found out you're doing it, I'm taking a baseball bat to your knees. Not really, but it's fun to say.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, you will. So Eric will come
Aggressive
over there,
Eric.
break your kneecaps. So yeah, don't do it and everything. But yeah, so Labor Day weekend, and before you get out of here, before we shut it down, you got anything coming up on your channel this weekend, Eric? You got
I got
Weekend Ramble.
I have the weekend ramble coming up, which I'm probably going to talk about. Actually, I'm going to talk about.
Date?
No, I already talked about that, Shannon.
We can have another one.
There was only one.
Oh my God. You can have another one. You can have. It's not. You're not done. You're not done.
I'm not done yet, right? But I haven't had another one yet. But anyway, before I was interrupted by Shannon.
I'm sorry.
Shocker.
Sorry.
We're going to do the Michigan football recap. We're going to do the Michigan State football recap. We're going to do a weekend ramble about how I signed up to go audition for the real world. I'll tell you about that story. And probably start getting back into some beer reviews. I might start doing this one again. The what is it? The Oktoberfest for Samuel Adams. I have what else do I got here? I got a couple beers in the fridge back here. Going to start Upstart Malt Liquor Monday again. Don't know what malt liquor I'm going to be doing for that, but
That was my question.
What's that?
That was my question. What malt liquor are you gonna do? Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be a
Four
surprise.
Loko.
You're going to have to find out. Malt liquor, fools.
Can you do like the Four Loko?
Four Loko.
You do a Four Loko seltzer? Would that count
No,
for your
no
malt
Four
liquor?
Loko seltzer. No Four Loko.
Yes, do it. Do it, Eric. Do it.
No. That's-
Don't do those
No,
seltzers. They suck.
Everybody
Exactly,
wants to see
Shannon,
you
thank
do that one.
And I'm like, if anybody would like it, I would, and I don't. Awful.
So they're probably good.
Shut up.
And then Gilbert, of course,
Shannon, you try it first and then give us the.
I've tried enough, and I don't like them.
Gilbert had a question for you there.
Seal the deal. No, he didn't seal the deal because
I
she
did
wouldn't
not.
talk.
Spoiler.
Do not seal the deal, buddy. Spoiler, do not seal the deal.
She didn't know what she had. She didn't know what she had.
You're gonna have to watch the video there, Gilbert, to find it out.
That's right.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
What's he gonna do to get you in this blanket tonight? No.
Blanket? That's a gentleman. You got a blanket? You do? You have blankets?
You put a blanket on the bed,
I got
right?
a sheet. I got blankets. I got the whole lot.
Todd doesn't even have blankets.
Or something? Come on.
Would you prefer a comforter?
Yeah, that's
I'll
right.
take a blanket. I'll take a blanket.
Why not?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am. I really am.
She's really not. She's not.
No, I really am.
No,
I really
she's not.
am.
You're right, Dirk. No, she's not.
Well, I think we're going to actually go ahead and get it shut down. It's been going just over 3 hours and stuff. So it's been a little bit of a longer one, but great conversation. All kinds of conversations today. So thanks for everybody that tuned in, of course. And
Thanks to Shannon.
Sorry.
thanks to Shannon.
As always. Sorry, as
Shannon's
always.
Whoops, I lost my mic again. But Shannon's always welcome. And then I'm thinking about doing the hangout this week. I don't know, for Labor Day. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're good now.
Yeah, so I was thinking about doing a hangout for this weekend, so I'm not sure.
Todd's
yet.
birthday is September the 1st. Oh, and Eric, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So if people want to maybe look at joining a hangout, let me know. I don't know with you guys. I know Eric's got his dad's birthday. Todd's got his thing going on. But Todd, you'll probably be up smoking for a while anyway, right? So
Smoking.
Possibly.
if we do
Hit
a
me
hangout,
up. I'll be around.
maybe like
Yeah.
Saturday.
Sunday, maybe Saturday night, maybe later Saturday, but
I got to work this
Sunday.
weekend, so.
I'm not sure what's going on Sunday yet.
Yeah. And then Gilbert said,
And I'm off Tuesday too, so I'm up for Monday. So
He said, get cuddle on, son.
Oh, can we get our cuddle on tonight?
But yeah, so maybe
cheers,
like that.
fools.
I forgot what beer review got coming up tomorrow. They got to start uploading some other stuff. So thanks for everybody that tuned in. Hopefully you had a good time. Thanks for all the comments, everybody being involved. Shout out to Dolly, to Eric, to Billy, to 89 Mattel that swung by, and everybody else. We have Fishing with Christina in the house. That's incredible.
Hello, Christina.
Stop
Ooh.
it, Alex. Watch out for his blue eyes, Christina.
Ooh.
I'm
Before
done.
we had Elbow.
Paul chimed in for a
do
minute.
not harass my subscribers. But every Thursday night, we actually kick back, have a little bit of fun. We started out talking beer and drinking beer, and then we go from wherever it goes to. So,
And then the vagina came in.
well, thanks to special guest Shannon for coming in and taking it to the next level. As always,
As Joe would
always a good
say,
time.
that's on you.
It's on you. So, gonna go ahead and sign off, and we will catch up with you guys next week, if not before. Cheers, everybody.